Morning, you guys. Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna let a few more folks come up in here before we get started, you guys. Good morning to all my early folks. What's happening? I know it takes them 30 minutes for YouTube to send out notifications. That's so crazy, man. I could have posted a little early, but I didn't. But I'm here. Morning, you guys. Good morning. Buenos dias. Hola. Who was that? Bridget, what's up? Carla, what's happening? DJ Paulo Corona. Cerveza Corona. I like that, the Corona. DJ Corona. What's going on with your family? Oh, DJ Corona in the house, you guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DJ Corona in the house. Listen, you guys, good morning. Hope you guys are having a good one. I know it takes YouTube about 30 minutes to send my notifications out. I probably should have set up a live notification, but hell, I decided to just wing this. I decided to just wing it and get on here and say, what the heck, man? Let me just, if you missed the session last night, man, or yesterday was crazy, crazy fun. And for all of you that vibed with me yesterday, oh, it was fun, you guys. We had a good old time here on YouTube. For all of you that have missed it, you missed a fun-filled time with Stone Paxton, man. We had a good time, man. Y'all can't miss this live of me in the studio. You got to make sure you don't miss that. Because when I tell you we had a good time, anybody on here tell you we had a great time. It was incredible. It was fun. You guys got to see me write this song and do this record while I was sitting here in the studio. What's up, everybody? All new folks coming in. When you come in, hit that thumbs up. And if you don't mind, put your city too, man. I'd love to know where you guys are from. I love to know who I'm talking to because we get so many trolls in here. I would just love to know if I'm talking to some real folks, man. So let me know what city you're coming in from. Dolores, what's up? Good morning. Bridget's in the house. Real time, what's happening, family? Y'all know I'm looking crazy this morning. Forgive me. I just got up and said, what the heck? I didn't care. Grand Rising, DJ Polo. Carla. Buenos dias, Carla. Grand Rising. Oh, you guys missed some fun yesterday, man. Houston, Texas. You know, Bridget always hold it down for Houston. I have a lot of family in Houston, Bridget. I didn't tell you that, but I do. Man, listen. I don't know, man. I got up this morning. I am going to go in the studio. But I said, damn, man, what's going on in the world today? What's happening, y'all? They are still, man, they're still doing lynchings, bro. And we know this stuff ain't gonna stop. Let's just be transparent about it. They're still lynching our people, you guys. They're still lynching our black men like it's nothing, like it's just a thing to do. Let's lynch black folks. I'm trying to really understand this, the dynamic of this. You know, whatever it is that they get out of this. And what kind of point are they trying to make? Are they trying to scare black people all over again by lynching and put the fear in young black people? Because you know the old school folks ain't scared of that shit. But the young generation, I think they trying to get them kind of hip to this. Because think about it. If you start to lynch this generation of young black folks, it will make them scared. It's just the modern day of what they've done back in the day. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Let's put the fear into black folks. Let's scare the heck out of black people, y'all. Let's scare them. Let's scare black people. So what we're going to do is we're going to start lynching them. And then on top of that, we're going to insult black folks by saying they did it to themselves. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to say they did this themselves, you guys. We're going to say, Brody's dad is here. Hold on, you guys. We're going to say they did this themselves. That's what we're going to say. Yeah, that's it. Let's just say every time a black person gets lynched, we're going to say they did it themselves. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We're going to say that they did it themselves, you guys, because you know why? Nobody's going to question us. Nobody's going to investigate. Nobody's even going to think anything twice. This is sickening, you guys. This is sickening. Now, understand the dynamic of everything that's going on right now in the world. I get it. But do understand this, as to what I'm talking about, has been happening to African Americans since yesteryear. And so we sit around and we allow this to continuously happen. And black folks don't talk about it. There's a serious racial divide going on in this country, you guys, again. And the steam seems to be picking up. Right here on the West Coast in California, not far from here, about maybe a couple hours, maybe about 2 years ago, this young black guy was found hanging from a tree across in a schoolyard or something like that, where my buddy Al lives. Where my buddy Al lives. This thing is starting to get, not starting, it is way out of hand. Now, you black folks, the best you can do is at least spread the word about this. You're sitting around, hey, baby. Hey, baby. Good morning. You see my phone, huh? You want this phone, huh? You want this phone, don't you? You want this. You really want this phone. I see how you're looking at this phone. You want this phone. You're trying to figure out what's on this phone, huh? You try to figure out what's on this phone because your big brother keeps that phone and you know he lets you look at it, huh? You see the cartoons and stuff, huh? You want that phone. Yes, you do. Yeah, so you guys, listen. African American folks, black and brown folks, I'm going to say this to you guys. And you can do whatever you want with it. But rest assured that you must do something with what I am saying. Y'all don't think this affects every last one of us in some form or fashion? Y'all don't think so? Hold on, let me show y'all something. Let me show you guys something. Show you how hard your boy been working through the years. Hold on. Look at that. That's how hard your boy been working through the years. Now, I'll tell you something about this where I know I'm jumping subjects. And this here was given to me by Jerry Marcelino, who produced Michael Jackson's Ben. He gave me that because I co-produced some records for him. That's an actual gold record from Michael Jackson's Ben that comes from the producer. Also, check that out. The beautiful Marvin King, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-huh. That's hard. That's how hard your brother Stone here has been working through the years, y'all. Even harder than that. But I want all black folks to know, if you're sitting around and you are not talking about what I am telling you about and trying to figure out how we can spread the word on what's going on, then you have become more part of the problem than the solution. It's already happening. It's already happening, you guys. Become part of the solution. How do you become part of the solution? You got to spread the word and talk about this. John 415 said, congratulations. What's up, John? Nola Ethan said, this is not no gold medal from Michael Jackson. That is yours. Oh, no. Oh, no, listen. Nola, that's from Jerry Marcelino, who produced the song Ben. I co-produced records with him. He gave me that gold plaque. That's from Michael Jackson's Ben. Did you not see it? Did you not read that? That's from Michael Jackson's song Ben. That's from the 70s. I want you to look at this again. Maybe you didn't quite see it. I'm not quite sure, really. But let me just let you look at it again. That's the single Ben. You see that? You see that? Presented to Jerry Marcelino, who is the producer. And he gave this to me and he wrote on it because I worked on a project with him and he gifted this to me as a thank you because I co-produced with him on a project. Once again, this is from Michael Jackson's Ben. It's the original gold album from Ben. Okay? I'm sitting there telling you what it is. That is the actual gold album from Michael Jackson's Ben. That is from the producer who produced Ben. Him and Mel Larson, I think. Jerry Marcelino and Mel Larson. And he gifted me that to thank me for co-producing with him on a project. Now you got it? Now you got it, right? You saw that, right? Okay. Brain Scott said, hey, bro, please send me 10K Hindi and hoopies. I want to buy electric guitars and amp. That's the cheapest setup I could find, please. Brian Scott, let me ask you a question. Do you know me? Do we know each other? Do we know each other? I don't mind helping people. Brian, slide in my email address and talk to me. Don't talk to me on my live, please. But I don't mind helping people. I don't mind. But, I mean, it's like you hop on my live. Latha, what's up? And you tell me to send you rupees. No shout out to my neighbor. Huh? What's up, Malar? I'm on here having a serious conversation. I got people asking me to send them rupees and send shots out. Man, come on, y'all. What y'all doing, man? What are you guys doing? And for those of you that missed the live session last night, it was a doozy. We have fun up in here. All of my subscribers on here while I created this song live in the studio, it was magical, man. But right now, we talking about black folks. We talking about the stuff that's going on here in America that has not changed. It's modern day lynching. They just lynched another young black man in Mississippi. Okay, a black student. I want y'all to understand this because I don't think you guys are taking this serious enough. Okay? Now, I know it doesn't bother you if you're not black, and it's probably you don't really care. But you listen to black music. You listen to 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Mariah Carey, yes, she's black. Whitney, yes, she's black. You listen to the preferred black people that you like in your country. Even though you're not in America, I want you to know what goes on here in America. So you guys understand the dynamic of African Americans. Yes, they've got African in their blood and they're from America. So for the Africans that say that black people in America are not African, you're full of shit. It's still in the blood. They're just in America. Now, we ain't direct from Africa lately, but we're still descendants of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? So I want everyone around the world to understand this stuff that goes on in the United States of America with racism. I'm gonna show you something. All that DEI shit and, you know, they'll say rights for the LGBTQ community, gay rights. I will be honest with you guys. After they've said all that stuff, rights to all the people that should have rights, there is always an agenda to fuck with black people. The LGBT community gets more respect than black people. I'm just being honest with you guys. Jewish folks get more respect than black people. I'm showing y'all something. I got a lot of Jewish friends, and they've always been good to me. So this is not about that. I got a brother that's gay. It's not about that. I'm showing you something. Everything always begins and ends with them not wanting to see black people prosper. There's some real shit going on. And I don't think you guys have realized the magnitude of this shit. It is really a situation to where everything is about not wanting black people to survive, be alive, be around, advance. So you got to ask yourself a question. Why? And for those that don't know, I'm going to tell you why. But also I'm going to tell you other shit in telling you why. They are wanting to erase who we are as people. They're wanting to, and then they say that 13% black folks, if we add Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, they might put Spanish on it, but they got black in their blood. It's more than 13% black people. And we calculate islanders, you know, Jamaicans and American black folks, and like I said, Dominican and Barbadians, and put it all together. And Belizeans, there's more than 13% collectively as a whole. But here in America, they say it's only 13% of us. Hold on. Excuse me. But what I want you guys to understand, there's a serious underground movement going on to exterminate black people again. And y'all might not even think this is real. You guys are probably thinking, here goes Stone on here talking this shit. Yes, my channel is about music. But I also want to use my platform to share knowledge. I told you guys I was going to do that. There's a serious underground movement going on to exterminate black people. Do y'all understand this? My black folks are sitting around and we worrying about the barbecue and we worrying about what we gonna do next week. Meanwhile, there's motherfuckers sitting around trying to figure out how to get rid of us. I want my black folks to understand. I'm not saying we have to be crazy radical. I'm saying we got to be aware. And we have to share this amongst our community. This shit is not a game, y'all. You guys are sitting around driving all across the world. Some of you driving by yourself. pulling up to places, not being aware, not knowing certain shit. Because a lot of black people just are not paying attention to the news because they think a lot of it is bullshit. So they don't want to tune in to any sort of news, let alone go do the research, which could be the death of our people because we're not properly paying attention. Now, don't get me wrong. We some smart motherfuckers now. We are. We are a smart people. We just certain no nonsense things. We're like, we're not going to go look at the news and where we're tired of seeing all the negative. But at least we can do as people is research because there is a real problem that's happening in America. And I call it the extermination of black folks. They're back at it again. They never really stopped, but they are back at this shit with a vengeance. And it's our job. I watched this white lady in Congress say, there's a real problem. When this white lady said this, she said, there's an agenda going on. And it's the highest level of racism. She said, you guys don't know, but I'm around the white people that say this stuff. This white guy said, I don't want any black people living around me. I don't want my kids to go to school with black kids, black people. I don't want my kids to engage with black people. Do you know how many white people that feel that way? But not only that, where's my positive white folks that rock with black people? Where is my white folks that have black people's back? You guys are not saying nothing. You guys are sitting around letting this shit ride, but you say you ride with black folks, but you're not really riding because you're scared to speak up, obviously. You're scared to speak up when you hear your counterpartners talking about some racist shit in your office or in your neighborhood about black folks. You actually making it worse because you say you're down with us, but in reality, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're actually scared. No, yeah, you're actually scared. No, you're not down with us. You're scared. You're scared what's going to happen if you decide to stand up for black people. You're scared somebody's going to say, you're a ninja lover. Yeah, you're a ninja lover. Why are you taking up for them ninjas? You're a ninja lover? What's the purpose of living if you don't want to be a person to see equality in every community? Listen, when you guys are coming into live, please hit the thumbs up. I don't ask much from you guys. You guys know the spiel with me. You come into the live, and even if you're passing through looking, please hit the thumbs up. Fiji say, I don't ride with black folks and I'm black. So what? Fiji, that's your motherfucking problem. I don't either. But you don't have to get on this motherfucking live and say it. Shame on fucking you. I mean, if you feel that way, that's cool. I don't either. But not like that. I ride with my folks now. But I don't hang out with a whole bunch of black people. So don't get on here and do that shit to your people, because still when you're done, you're going to wake up black and you're going to die black. So don't fucking get on here with that bullshit and tell me you don't ride. What this motherfucker say? Hold on for a second, y'all. These are kind of black people that make it bad for black people. Now, I don't disrespect what Fiji said, right? If that's the name? Hold on. Let me see what this motherfucker said, y'all. Fiji said, Corvette, what's up, family? Sizwe Thusa. Sizwe Thusi. Where are you from, please? I said, anybody that comes in here, Yanni, what's up? Let me know where you're from. We're going to go back to the comment of this motherfucker here. Y'all excuse my language. I am so sorry for waking you up with some of this derogatory talk, but I got to give you the real. Latha Robinson, I understand and listening. I'm trying to find this motherfucker in here and say he don't rock with his own people. Mystique, why you block him? Don't listen. Moderators, please do me one favor. Let these people speak what they got to say. If they not saying, he didn't say nothing bad. He just said he don't rock with his own people. Don't delete his comment and don't block him yet. Let me talk to him first. R3ZOR, I sung last night, family. I did it last night. You should have stayed on my live. Right now, don't distract me. Yanni, Virginia's in the house. R3ZR, you're going to get your ass kicked out of here. Just remember out here, don't come on here with your corny morning bullshit. Don't come on here with your corny morning bullshit. I'm going to kick you out. Okay? Suplitis, what's happening, family? What's going on? There's a black guy that came in and said he don't rock with black people, and he's black. That's okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't hang around a lot of my people all the time. Good morning, Janet. But I would never use the term I don't rock with black. Sounds like you feel like your people have either done something to you, Fiji, or you don't want to be associated with the ninja shit. And I get it. But to say you don't rock with your people on here when we know white folks going to be reading our comments, I think that's rather disrespectful. Because what they're going to say, see, look at that. Told ya. They don't even rock with their own people. So please, if you come on my live, I don't care about a discussion. And even if you word it, just word it differently. Tell me why you don't rock with your people. Dirty Money saying your mods want to block Fiji for saying that. My mods do what they feel like they need to do, Dirty Money. But I would rather it stay there because I wanted people to see what Fiji said. So you're right. I wish my mod had kept that there because Fiji's black. I wanted other black people to see what Fiji said. Fiji's racist against his own people. Jamar Lewis. You really want to be funny? I'm looking at your picture, motherfucker, you. Jamar. Come up on my live, Jamar, and do some comedy. Y'all want to come in here and do comedy? Bring your monkey ass up on my live, and I'll let you get your 15 minutes of fame, Jamar. Come on. Send me your email address so I can send you the link so you can go live with me and show your stupid ass. Okay? So you can show your dumb ass because you're coming in here being a dumbass ninja. Come on, man. Y'all too grown for the stupidity. Like, this is the shit that amazes me. When black people come into people's lives and do stupid shit like this dumbass motherfucker right here who deserves to be blocked. Crystal asked me, what do I think about Wendy Williams? What about Wendy Williams, Crystal? What's going on with her life and all that? Buckeye say, I'm well aware of the self-hating black men. Jax, what's up, family? Jamal said, oh, you mad, man. Jamal, I don't even know who the fuck you are. You seem to be rather mental. So why would I be mad? That shows how mental you are. Something's wrong with you, bro. You really need to go get an evaluation. And I will tell you this will be the last time you're able to get on my channel, buddy. Goodbye. Have a great day, bud. See ya. Now, you must rock with the Fiji dude. I'll just say that. Buckeye say, I try to show positivity, but some people just too hard to talk to. I agree with you on that. Now, I will say, because I don't want to make this about black people versus black people today. What I want to make this about is awareness of African-American people and the shit that's going on in this country. We have a real problem. It's an underground movement to exterminate black people. While y'all on here telling me how y'all don't like y'all own people, they don't like us either. DJ Brightside, thank you for the $20 donation, family. Brightside say blessings and peace, Stone, and everyone. Brightside, you missed the live yesterday. I did a whole song live, recorded it, wrote the song on the live, bro. It was awesome. Thank you for the super chat, DJ Brightside. I appreciate you, family. Yanni say they've been trying to get rid of us. Yanni, but it's deeper than that now. It's evolved back to the same thing. But this is what I'm saying. We all got white friends. They ain't speaking up. They know what's going on. I watched this white lady. Jax, you got to go back and watch it. I went on live twice for a long time, Jax. Buckeye say they may be like that since the Civil War. They be like that since. Yes, they were. Buckeye, they just got a little quiet with it. ANG Smooth 49. What's up, family? When y'all coming in, please let me know what city you guys are coming in from. African American, black folks in America. Forget all the bullshit. Y'all, we got a real problem, Houston. Y'all better start paying attention to the movement. They are trying to unalive. Philippines, Samson, what's up? Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka, Samson? See, Samson, kumusta ka? A&G said, St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis in the house. I love my St. Louis folks. I got family in St. Louis. DJ Bryce said, I saw a little bit of that inspiring live while I was working. DJ Bryce side, it was fun. And then I just sent it over to the rapper to put down his verse. Bridget said, yes, we have a problem. Janet said, I've been saying that for years. Jack said, okay, I will revisit the live stream. LK, Glasgow, Scotland. I love my Scotland folks. LK, we have a big problem in America, LK, and a lot of people outside the U.S. are getting a little bit of it, and it's embarrassing because a lot of people, my buddies from the U.K. will call me and say, mate, hey, mate, what? They say, you know, everything's going on, mate, with, you know, with black people, mate. I say, mate, it is real. Yes, that shit is real. Jack, Los Angeles, California in the house. See, Simpson. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. LK, say American left culture kind of spreading in pockets here too. I see it. LK, I see the sprinkles across the country that's happening. But LK, you know, here's the crazy part about it. And I love talking to people, right? Aurora, Colorado, hey, Aurora, guess what? I went to school for probably 2 years in Colorado Springs. I went to a school called Sierra High School. And Colorado was one of my most amazing experiences. And kind of, there was, well, amazing in good and bad ways. But I had a crush on a girl in the school called Deanna Dudley. I don't know, man. I've been looking for that girl for years. But I love Colorado. I used to love going up to Pikes Peak, man. Me and my buddies almost passed away in a snowstorm. All my teenage years were filled with some really cool experiences, but at the same time, crazy ones. LK said, it's the point our flags are seen as hatred. LK, I know it's like somehow they've connected the British flags to the Confederate flag. Somehow they've made some weird and insane connection with the British flag and the Confederate flag. I don't know how they did that shit, but they have somehow connected. And I'm thinking maybe because of the whole European thing and, you know, folks really on this whole white power movement. And so they somehow, okay, white folks come from Europe, British, the flag, and they've connected it. They're trying to connect it with the whole Confederate thing here in the U.S., which is fucked up for the British folks that it's not like that. DJ Bryce said, we must turn to God, Yahshua, Jesus, humble ourselves, seek his face, and forgive, listen, and respect each other. DJ Bryce said, I agree with you. But also, DJ Bryce said, if we know, we can be aware, right? If we know, we can be watchful with our movements. That young man that got hung in Mississippi, he wasn't aware. Buckeye said, I lived in CS in 1992 for a while. Did you really? In Colorado Springs, Buckeye? Whoa, Buckeye. No, okay, I wasn't there in 92. I was going to say, dude, what school did you go to? LK say in our own countries. LK, that's just crazy. That's over the top. Nuts. This young man, and I'm shocked by that, LK. Thank you for sharing that with me, too. I'm going to do more research in that. And I'm going to talk to my buddies from the UK. That young black man, listen, you guys, here it is. Body of black student found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. They broke this young man's arms and feet. And in my mind, they probably did that because he was fighting for his life. Police at Delta State University said no evidence of this is the shit they do to us, by the way. No evidence of foul play was found in the death of DeMar Travion Trey Reed, but the investigation is ongoing. So now check this out. So I guess he broke his hands and feet, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? This black man broke his hands and feet and then hold on. He put himself on the noose, Then he grabbed his arm, broke both arms, and broke his legs, and then just sat there. But they're saying there's no foul play. Every time a black man, they found him hung, it's always the same boring ass, whack fucking story. He hung himself. Do you guys really, black people love life, y'all. If you don't know, let me tell you. Young black folks, old black folks, we love life. There's no black man's gonna voluntarily go hang himself. Y'all see the play that's going on? And they've been running this play forever, and they continue to run the same play. And y'all be buying the shit. My white folks that say you got respect for black people. My white folks that say you rock with African Americans. Why are you sitting around and not speaking? Why are you allowing this to happen on your watch? You say you love black folks. Oh, yeah. You listen to our music. Y'all stream the songs. You do the dances. You get on TikTok. You and your family, y'all do the dances, all that shit. And as soon as a black man gets lynched, it's nothing but crickets. I don't see white people going online saying this is injustice. But yet, here's a guy that was trying to divide a country. I'm not going to say the name. Y'all was with that shit. Are we not going to say nothing about this shit? Are we really going to sit here like there ain't some shit going on? White folks, I know y'all know, man. I know y'all know. I know y'all know what's up. Why you guys are not wanting to talk about it, I get it. You're in the in crowd. You want to be in the in crowd. You don't want to go against the grain. Okay? I get it. You don't want to go against the grain. You're worried about what your friends are going to say. Yeah, I get it. You don't want to be in the out crowd. You don't want your friends to look at you like, why are you speaking about something that has nothing to do with you? When in reality, it does. Why don't we do this? If y'all don't want to sit there and speak about what your people are doing to our people, then why don't y'all just stop fucking with the whole black experience altogether? Yeah. Why don't you guys just stop fucking with the whole black experience together? All together, you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Why don't you guys just stop fucking with the whole black experience altogether? If you're not going to speak up, if you're not going to get online and say this is injustice, this is not right, if you're not going to do it, then what is the point? Drew say not a fucking clue. Drew, what do you mean, Drew? Kosama Akatar, I'm good, thank you. Healing Flow say you lost in sin. Healing Flow, what do you mean? Do me a favor. This is what I'm going to start doing to y'all. When y'all come on here with one-liners, I'm fucking blocking you. When you come on here with one-liners and you don't say what you mean, I am blocking you. Because I'm tired of the idiots with the one-liners. Those are typically trolls. No fucking clue. What does that mean, Drew? And this other idiot. You lost in sin. What the fuck are you talking about? You lost who? Who the fuck are you talking about? Innovators say, wow, that's crazy. This shit is getting out of hand. How does something like this happen? I need to go to Mississippi and see what's up. Innovative 215, yeah. How does this young man get hung? And they say, oh, well, you know, we don't think there was any foul play. Drew said, I tuned in too late to be fair. Thank you, Drew. Thank you for reconsidering what you were saying. All I'm saying, Drew, is they found a young black man. He was hung in Mississippi, a college student. They're saying there is no foul play. They're saying that pretty much this kid hung himself, broke his own arms. Drew, I want you to understand. This is not even about a black and white thing. This is just about facts. He broke his arms and his legs were broken. So, Drew, let me ask you a question on a logistic perspective. How can a person hang themselves with broken arms and broken legs? This is just not even making sense. Dirty Money said, my apologies. I didn't see your comment sooner. It's printed in Clarion Ledger. Oh, Dirty Money? Oh, it's starting to bridge it. Jania said, there's no foul play every time. Yeah, that's the name of the game. They run that ain't no foul play shit. Do you guys really believe that somebody's gonna hang themselves, listen to the story. I am hanging on a noose. Remember that. This person's hanging on a noose. So did I break my legs and hands and legs before I hung myself on a noose or afterwards? Which one? Because either way, Cuba Del Bronx, what's up, Cuba? Yeah, this just happened recently, Cuba. Yeah, September the 16th. I just want you guys to help me make sense of this. For all of my logical people on here, black, white, it doesn't matter. Drew said, doesn't make sense. He said, I heard there was no foul play, also needs an independent investigation, maybe too late. Now, Drew, thank you. That's all I was saying, y'all. Drew, they got to make sense of this, Drew. Now, they say it's an ongoing investigation. Now, you know, in the South, ongoing just means we're going to say it, but we're not going to actually do it. Ronald King say, facts is always a cover-up, shaking my head with the most ridiculous story, ignoring all the facts. Ronald King, that's absolute truth. And it's not making any sense. Tal Rob said they found a white guy hanging too. And they need to fucking investigate that shit too. Now, Tal Rob, my condolences goes out for anybody this is happening to. But this ain't happening to white people like it's happening to black folks. And I can promise you a black person did not hang that white person. And if they did, then I'm fucking completely wrong. But they would have already found that shit out. And a ninja would have been going to prison for that shit. At the rate that black people are being hung, there is no comparison. But I don't agree with nobody being hung. Let's make that clear. White, black, purple, orange, charcoal, it don't matter. Child of the Most High says it's at the point where we can't travel alone. They're trying to take our men out. Yes, that's where I'm at with this. Now, this is what I'm saying. There's an underground movement to exterminate black and brown people, especially black people. C. Sampson said it's like the hog tied him first. C. Sampson, that's exactly what it seems like they did. Sire said definitely foul play. Cyrunix said his arms and legs were broken too. Yes. Cyrunix, his arms and legs are broken. These motherfuckers talking about ain't no motherfucking foul play. Get the fuck out of here with that corny ass bullshit. They full of shit with that one. They are completely full of shit. Innovative say too many flaws in the story. I didn't know this man's arms. Yes, arms and legs, not just arms. So he's just going to break his arms and get the strength to put himself on a noose and hang himself from a tree and climb up there with broken legs and broken arms. Cuba Del Bronx, thank you, family. And you missed the live yesterday because I recorded live and wrote a song live on YouTube, too. It was fun. I was on here a long time. Cleaners Jose said they full of it. You know, he said, at an ER, due to God will take care. Yes, Cleaner Jose, listen. You're 100% correct. God is going to take care of this. But while we here, we also have to help God make some sense of this too, fellas. James Littlejohn said, what the fuck happened? James, they done hung a young African-American brother, man. And they said there's no foul play. They said we're ongoing investigation, but we don't see foul play. This kid had broken hands and broken feet. How in the fuck could he do this? Keisha said facts. Drew said any information from his family and motives known. Okay, we're gonna get into the reading real quick, Drew. Dirty Money said Nola is still loving 17-year-old murder. What'd you say? Nola is still solving. Yes, 17-year-old murders. Dirty Money. That part. That part. Tyler Rob say foul play. Yeah, all the way. Listen, Rob, like Tyler Rob, you know down south, especially Mississippi, they're known for this shit. Bridget said, I cry daily because the current events in America, our rights have been taken away. Freedom of speech is gone. Our ancestors fought hard for freedom for everyone. Bridget, I'm going to respond back to that because it's deep what you said. Janelle said the location where he was hung is where black people who live in Mississippi know not to go or stop. Do you guys understand how often I've cried over why they hate on us so much? Cernick say cover up without saying it. Exactly. Durga Prasid said, what's up, homie? What's up, Durga? Janelle said, that's like saying there was no foul play with him. Exactly. Durga said, we need a new Martin Luther King. Yes, we do. See, Durga, here's the thing. People are scared to be another Martin Luther King. They scared of being unalived. This is why black content creators need to be talking about this shit. Status Monk say, may your goats be healthy and your crops grow tall and plentiful. Thank you, Static Monk. Listen, you guys, there's not going to be one black man that wants to be Martin Luther King. And I'll tell you why. They're scared to be unalived. But doggone it, we all need to come. If you got a platform, it is your job. It is our job to come together and use our platforms to do the right things. Do you guys agree? It is our jobs as content creators, black, especially black, the black tea sector. All of my black tea sector folks should be talking about this. They're always talking about bullshit. They're always online talking about stuff that don't even matter. Why not talk about this? There's enough information about black folks being unalived by being hung that we can talk about it for the next 365 motherfucking days. Why don't black people find this as information they should be sharing? When I watch this white lady who's a politician, and I can't remember her name, and we're going to get into reading this story. When I watched her she say, I've been around my white friends and groups of white people who talk like this about black people. And she said, I'm appalled and I'm shocked. But she never said that she says anything to them. She just says she listens. There's a lot of white folks that just don't say nothing, which actually makes it worse. If you have respect for African Americans, if you got a black friend, if you got a black neighbor and y'all cool, if you're not even cool with black folks and you don't know any black folks, but they've never done anything to you, but just be themselves, have enough consideration to say something around your white colleagues if they speak negative or they say something derogatory about wanting to hurt an African American. Don't just sit around and let this shit go. Don't just sit around and let it fly, y'all, because you become part of that problem. Now, you might not think so, but you do. Let's get into the story. We're going to read about this, right? Let's get into this story, man, because it's just so heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, you guys. The death of 21-year-old black student whose body was found hanging from a tree on a university campus on the campus in Mississippi has sparked outrage and allegations online, even after officials said there was no evidence of foul play, which is bullshit. Police were notified Monday morning about the body near the picket ball courts at Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi. The university police chief, Michael Pillar, said at a news conference later that day, he said that the body was identified as that of DeMartravion Trey Reed, although the Pillar said there was no evidence of foul play or a threat to the school community. Classes were canceled Monday at the 2,700 student campus. Yet, that has not prevented people from calling for justice for Reed on social media and circulating unsubstantiated allegations regarding his passing. The NAACP on Tuesday expressed skepticism of the possibility that Reed died by suicide. This is just bullshit, man. You'd have to excuse our skepticism, the NAACP said, amidst growing racially motivated violence targeted at our communities across the nations. The country's oldest civil rights group said on Tuesday on an Instagram post with a picture that read, "A man was lynched yesterday," with showing Lynch's picture. So while we await more formal autopsy reports and information, we offer this piece of history with a level of certainty. Our people have not historically hung ourselves from trees. The post caption read, noted civil rights attorney Ben Crump said Tuesday that he has been retained by Reed's family and will lead a team of civil rights organizations in a transparent investigation of Reed's death, independent of law enforcement and the local medical examiner. Trey Reed was a young man full of promises and warmth, deeply loved and respected by all who knew him. Crump said in a statement, "We cannot accept a vague conclusion when so many questions remain. I will lead a team of civil rights leaders and organizations in pursuing transparency and an answer." He's not letting this ride, y'all. The Bolivar County Coroner's Office said Monday that it was conducting a thorough investigation into Reed's death and denied rumors being shared online that his body has been found with multiple injuries indicative to potential assault. Now, his family said, they're trying to cover this shit up. They said, oh, based on the these motherfuckers funny. They said online body has been found with multiple. He say based on they're denying the rumors being shared that his body was found with multiple injuries. Now they're trying to say there wasn't, but they didn't say his arms and legs weren't broken. But they're saying they're denying that there were multiple injuries indicative to potential assaults. Man, get out of here with that bullshit. This young man, bro, this is crazy. Based on the preliminary examinations, we can confirm that the deceased did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures. This is what they saying, broken bones or injuries consistent with an insult. Coroner Randolph Sills said in a statement on his Facebook page, at this time, there is no evidence suggesting the individual was physically attacked before his death. Y'all know this is bullshit, right? Y'all do know this is bullshit, right? I hope you guys understand this is the highest level of bullshit. The FBI office in Jackson, Mississippi said it was prepared to assist, but only if the local authorities believe a federal crime may have been committed. The FBI is supposed to review the accident of our law enforcement's partners, develop information to suggest a federal violation, the office said by email on Tuesday. Mississippi Bureau of Investigation spokesman Bailey C. Martin said the agency is assisting campus law enforcement who continue to lead the probe. Delta State University said in a statement Tuesday that it was heartbroken at the loss and that hundreds of students had gathered Monday night for a prayer vigil to honor Reed. The university said it would continue to work with law enforcement on its investigation. Our focus remains on supporting Trey's family, friends, and Delta State community as we continue to grieve the loss together. This is what the university said, adding that counseling services were available for students. The university president, Daniel Ennis, said in a statement Monday that our community is deeply saddened by this loss. I've spoken to Trey's family and expressed our heartbreak. The outrage online comes as families of other Black men who have been found hanging in Mississippi are questioning the official cause of their death, the loved ones who are determined to have died by suicide. Instead, the families say they believe their loved ones were victims of lynchings in the state with a history of racially motivated violence, including the 1955 lynching of the 14-year-old Emmett Till. Now, I'm just telling you, they said the young man had broken arms and broken legs. How this went down on that campus, I have no fucking idea. Because on most campuses, there's always somebody moving around. Barbara said his family's having Mr. Crump has taken that over. Javon says screams cover up. It does, Javon. See Ever Love say this could be anyone's child. See Ever Love. I'm not sure if you subscribe to my channel. Please become a subscriber if you're not. Damage Kisser said, I read that Abbott criticized that student. Y'all, you guys see what I'm saying? There's an underground movement going on to exterminate African Americans. Y'all black folks sitting around lollygagging and blah blahs and barbecues and cards, fish fries, Friday night get-togethers. Meanwhile, we got a problem. There's an underground movement to exterminate black people, y'all. This shit bothers me. There's a real issue that is being discussed in the white communities, obviously. And that issue is we don't like black folks. Listen, all of you all across America that think that America is the land of the free, home of the brave. What's brave about a motherfucker unalifing a black man and hiding behind it? My thing is, if you're going to unalife somebody, and you believe in what you believe in, stand on your grounds. Show your face. Because whoever did this is right there on that campus. I don't think this is some outside boys. This is some boys right there on that campus. There's some boys that go right to that school that did this to this young man. I don't believe nobody came on that campus and did that. These are some students that's right there on that campus that did that to that boy. Excuse me, not calling him boy, but did that to that young man. Bridget said, our ancestors worked so hard for freedom and all erased in 8 months. Damaged kisses, that's facts. Bridget, that's facts. Damaged kisses said we all need to wake up and work together for the real, because none of the people in the power in dollars give a shit about us and want us all pitted against each other. They do. Keisha said Mississippi is a very dangerous place and the case won't be solved. Keisha, it won't. Damaged kisses said we are puppets. Damaged kisses said we need to stop it. Do you guys know when I saw this story, it took me back to when I was younger and I used to sit in my room when I was a kid. And I would watch these movies like Roots and other movies. And they used to show Roots in school. I don't know if y'all remember, they used to show it in school during history time, Black History Month. But I would cry when I went home. And I would ask my mom when I didn't understand, why don't they like us, Mom? She didn't know. What do you say to your son when you don't really have an answer because you don't even know? But you know the truth enough. And my mom went all the way back to the Moors. My mom went all the way back to the Israelites, sharing things with me. She went back in history. That's the only way she could explain to me the persecutions of black people and why they don't like us. And how, this is not, my mom told me when I was in elementary, and how black people were the beginning of civilization. Now, as a kid, imagine hearing that in elementary. It confused me because I'm trying to imagine as a kid, how was this possible? I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean, Mom? She said, black people were the beginning of civilization. Blew my mind. I didn't know. I had no idea. That's what my mom shared with me. I didn't know, you guys. Then as I continue to grow as a grown man, I continue to do my own research, history, learning about my connection to Africa and my family, even though my blood is mixed with all kinds of stuff. But I did research to my connection to Africa. I did the Kemetic history research, the Kemets, and just went deep into the history of Africa and where the first people were born. And I saw that everything my mom told me was true. Not that I was questioning her, but then it started to make sense. You see, white people know the truth. Most of them, most of the ones that are being racist anyway, know the real truth, and they distort it. They did that through slavery. I know some are going to say, oh, Stone, here we go talking about this slavery shit. I know white people say, oh, you guys get over it. It's over with. Slavery's over with. Why we keep bringing that shit up? No, it's actually not. Tile Rob, yes, sir, that was me. Tile Rob, thank you for tuning into the channel. Yes, sir, that was me. Tile, let me ask you a question. What state are you from? And where did you see it? I always get something. If I'm on live, I get people to come in and ask me if that was me on MTV. What state are you from, Tile Rob? Are you in the U.S. or are you overseas? CC's in the house. Oh, you from Cali? Oh, hey, Tile Rob, when did you see it? Did you see it recently or a while back on MTV? Listen, this is when I understood that there was a real problem with our people. Oh, 2 months ago, yes, sir. And you remember me from 2 months ago? You remember my face? Hey, Tile Rob, you was probably like, this dude off the hook, huh? Craig Davis, Florida's in the house. I love my Florida folks. Welcome in, Florida. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Listen, that's when I understood that there was a real problem with the truth. So when I saw the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, said that he has a surprise for everyone, and he went into his boat and showed the black Jesus, I was done. What was his reason for doing that? I want y'all to think about this. He wanted black people in America to see this shit. Monica, what's up? He wanted black folks in America to see something. That's what that move was. Vladimir Putin, that was a strategic move. He wanted black people to know something. And then after that, shortly after that, the Vatican could have shown us this shit years ago, but they didn't. After Putin showed it, then the Vatican wanted to go into their boats and show the shit. Why now? Putin put it out on Front Street. Derek Prasad. Yes, sir. Durga. Yes, sir. Exactly. John Stewart says simpleton. John Stewart, what are you talking about? Brandon Johnson said, no, he was arguing with some Jews and he told them if they were so holy, then everybody look at this. No, you're missing my point. Brandon Johnson, you totally went over your head. I already know that, but it was deeper than that. Trust what I'm saying. You got to go do some research. He could have done that without showing that in America. He could have done that, strictly showed that to people in the Jewish country. He did a national press release for that shit. He wasn't just trying to show the Jews. He wanted Americans, black Americans, to see that. You were missing the whole point. It didn't matter necessarily. It mattered more to black people to see that. Jewish people already know that. Black people had not seen it. They heard of it by reading it. Jewish folks already know that. Black people had not seen it per se like that, packaged and presented. Like, look, you guys. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Danielle, you want to get blocked? Because coming into my live being an ignorant ninja, you will get blocked. Now, you ain't got to be black to be a ninja. You can be any color. So don't come into my live acting like an ignorant ninja. Or you'll be blocked. And you can take that little corny stuff on to another channel. We ain't playing here. Tile Rob, read what Tile Rob just said. He said, yes, it was for the world. Because Jews already knew. He understands what I'm saying. See, black people got the message. Real Time just said, when Putin showed it, I got the message he was sending. Exactly. Black people knew what was up. Brandon Johnson said, I seen it because my father showed it to me. Great. But that's not the point, Brandon Johnson. Point was, Putin was trying to let black people know what was up. Jewish people are born knowing this shit. Ask any Jewish person, they know. Even if people want to change the variable, they know the truth. White folks, a lot of white folks know the truth too. Y'all, why you think in slavery they try to get rid of black folks' religion? Brandon Johnson, how you gonna call me ignorant? Because Brandon Johnson, you called yourself ignorant. And if you got a problem with it, get the fuck up off my channel, you piece of shit. Fuck up out my channel. You called yourself ignorant. Now, none of y'all heard me call this motherfucker ignorant. Did I call this? Now I'm calling you ignorant. You ignorant motherfucker for thinking I called you ignorant. Get the fuck off my live with that bullshit. If you know, you know. You dumbass motherfucker, you. Fuck up out of here. I don't need ninjas like you up in my motherfucking channel that think you know some shit. But you're dumb. You gonna think, you act like Putin did that shit for Jewish folks? No. Jewish people know. You dumb motherfucker, you. Branded Johnson. Go brand that motherfucker. God damn it. We get a few dummies in my channel every once in a while. Damaged Kisser said exactly, Stone. This dude just called himself. This shows you how people don't pay attention. He made up a name that I called him that I never called him. But then I called him exactly what he wanted to be called. Because he believes that's what he is. He believes he's ignorant, and he knows he is. That's why he called himself ignorant. Buckeye say, damn, why people resist learning more knowledge? I don't get it. Buckeye, I know, it's crazy. Dude just called himself ignorant and then try to parlay it on me. Like I called him ignorant when I didn't. That's his thought in his head. Because when he was young, he was called ignorant all the time. So he gets on my channel and he calls himself ignorant and then try to tell me I said it. Just thought, a conversation, brother. A conversation is going on here. They just killed a black man. I don't know what your race is, but it shouldn't matter. They just hung a young black man in Mississippi on a college campus. That's what's going on here. And they're saying he hung himself. The same old bullshit story. Vaikisha say he did to enlighten black Americans to what and who we are. Thank you, Vaikisha. You see, black folks really get it. Branded. Whatever world you're living in, Branded, come up out of it. Because you're living in a falsehood. Durga Prasad said Memphis is going crazy. Yeah, Memphis know they coming in there to shut down all that unlifing they doing. God knows says ignorant means lack of knowledge. Hey, God knows he took it personal, and I never even called him ignorant. God knows. He said I called him ignorant, and I never per se called him. So when you say I called you ignorant, it means I called you ignorant. I never called him ignorant. I was just saying what he was saying not making any sense because all my people was checking him, and he took it personal. And so you're calling me ignorant? Well, if you feel like you're ignorant, you're probably ignorant. Buckeye for Life said people so close-minded. Yes, they are. Barbara said the letter J didn't come into existence until 500 years ago. 1611, King James changed Joshua to Jesus to keep us from knowing who we are. Yes. Come on, y'all. Barbara, come on up here. Y'all preach. Come on, y'all. Let the people know. Listen, my people that come in my channel are very sharp, smart folks. I love each and every one of you guys because you come up in here and you give facts to people that come in here thinking they gonna just say anything and just let us be up in this motherfucking channel and just ride with the bullshit narratives. I love you guys because I don't have dumb people in my life. My live has some very intelligent people, and I love that shit. Because there's times I don't even have to say nothing. My people will come in here and correct people on their bullshit and let them know the real. You feel what I'm saying? Just a Thought. Judah, y'all hear? Hey, y'all hear what Just a Thought said? He talking to the tribes of Judah. Y'all hear? He asking y'all a question. Just a Thought said, Judah, y'all hear? He said, hey, he's spitting something deep. He's asking you guys, Judah, y'all hear? Y'all supposed to yell back. He's asking you a question. Look at Just a Thought, what he just asked all of you guys. He said, Judah, y'all hear? Come on now. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of brothers that I love that come into my live and they're spitting good energy. These are the kind of people I love that come on my live and they're spitting positive energy, movement. positive energy, lifting people. That's what we about here, man. We ain't on that other crazy stuff. He came in here and he asked you guys a question. I'm still waiting for the rest of y'all to answer. Go look at what just a thought said. He said, Judah, y'all here? I'm still waiting for y'all to respond. God knows, say, are we living in JC era now? God knows, just pose a question for everyone. He's saying, are we living in JC now? Durga said, yes, we're here. Barbara said, we have the original Israelites DNA. Andre Dudley says, since the truth coming out, how are we going to deal with the issue that started it? All black sins. Yes, our people will suffer for the lack of knowledge. Listen, I have to agree with Andre here. As African Americans, we do have to have a conversation about the Bible and the truth of what it speaks. Janet said, if you want the truth, read the book of Enoch, missing the book of the Bible. The book of Enoch was taken out. All those of you that don't know, they took the book of Enoch out. They put, that passage was taken out. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? I don't know. When was the last time you guys opened up a Bible and saw the book of Enoch? Buckeye said, I have a BA in modern history, and if I see some bullshit, I'll correct it. So far, months later, you haven't been wrong in anything. Now, once again, look at Buckeye for Life. We ain't dealing with no dumb folks on my channel. So the trolls that come in here and the ones that come in here that might oppose what we're saying, we got smart folks. We got folks with PhDs, BAs in here, master's degrees, right? Buckeye said, I have a BA in modern history. And if it's bullshit, I'll correct it. So far, months later, you haven't been wrong in anything. My brother's educated there. He just gave you the spit on the real spit. DJ Bright said the Bible is black history. Barbara said, we just need to come together and learn our history. The Ethiopian Bible tells the story. Yes, it does. Janet said the truth you have to buy. You have to go online to find it. It will open your eyes. Javon said, yes, Enoch taken out and many more removed so you wouldn't be able to know the truth. Just a Thought said the book of Enoch goes into great detail on how the heavens operate from weather to energy. Baby Love said a good book to read is called Nile Valley, Contributions to Civilization by Anthony Broder. Our people invented so much. Our people have been raped, killed, whipped, and tortured. Yes. Understand the books that black people should be reading should be black books written by black authors that are telling the black truth. All my white friends and all the white people that come on this channel, I suggest you pick up the books written by black authors if you want to know about the black experience in a real way that goes back to our ancestors, tapped into the future up until now. Get those books. If you don't understand this, we're willing to teach you. But what we're not willing to deal with is people sitting around just hating on us because there's another agenda to kill the seed of blackness for the gain of what? You're never going to kill the seed of blackness. I want you to understand that. You will forever try to do it, but it will forever not happen. Even at 13%, the DNA is strong because one of your kids might come out looking black and you don't even know that your ancestors had black DNA in you. Can we have a conversation about that? You try to kill the seed, but then the seed becomes you. Barbara said, we are the salt of the earth. The main character said the Bible is the only reputable source. King James took so many books out. Yes, he did. That's why I don't trust the King James version. Now, what version does most black people grow up on? Let's be honest. That motherfucking King James version. Buckeye for Life said Tom Morris and Richard Wright are good black authors. You guys write that down. Tom Morris and Richard Wright are some black authors that you should support. Go read their work. Go get their work. Samson said the facts. See, Samson said the facts. My Filipino family just said the facts. Janet said, what we do not understand is they have a black bloodline. Yes, they do. Hey, the only reason white people look the way they look because they was up in the Caucasus Mountains and it became a migration of the DNA that changed their pigmentation. Can we really get into the story for real? Barbara said, that's why I'm saying we need to read the Ethiopian Bible. Barbara, I agree with you. The Ethiopian folks know the truth. But you do know. You ever heard of the Caucasus Mountains? For the black people that don't know, and even for some of the white people that might have forgotten their ancestral history. White folks was hiding in the mountains of Caucasus. And over a period of time, what happens is if I put myself in a dark place for a period of time and no sunlight, my pigmentation will eventually change. And then if I have kids, their pigmentation will eventually change. This is the truth. I have the same hair, right? And I'll look white. I'm not making this shit up. The Caucasus Mountains, Bayvon. Yes, sir. Tom Morris and, hold on, what was the other name? Tom Morris and Buckeye. Richard Wright. Tom Morris and Richard Wright. You guys grab some books from Tom Morris and Richard Wright. Buckeye for Life said Toni Morris. Toni Morris and Richard Wright. Buckeye for Life said Maya Angelou. Yeah, Maya Angelou always spoke the truth, not just in poetry, but in word form in books. You see, the King James Version, I said earlier, what was the most valuable version to the black community growing up? The goddamn King James Version. Every black person to this day keep that Bible in their house, sitting somewhere on the counter, in the kitchen, on the table. You know, black folks will fold it out at their favorite scripture and put it on the table. We just fooled. They just buffooned the fuck out of us, y'all. Sean Tyler said, what is up, people? What's up, Sean? Sean Tyler in the house. Do y'all know? Every one of you guys got black family members that's got that Bible sitting in their house, the King James Version. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying right now. And I accept it if I am. Barbara said 88 books compared to 65 books in King James Version. Exactly. Just a Thought said, why is that? Thank you, Just a Thought. See what I'm saying? Because it's the same Bible that the slave masters used to dominate black people's minds. They used to have the slave that could read the Bible to black folks. They took shit out to control us. But this goes all the way back to the Vatican. See, y'all ain't understanding. This shit is deep. Why is everything so deep? Why does the Vatican have to be connected to this? Right? That's when you know some shit ain't right. The same Vatican that gave the okay for slavery, for them to go out and capture black slaves and bring them over to America. He gave the okay to the Spaniards. Buckeye said the KJ version was written so the king could divorce his wife with church's approval. Yes. Yes, facts. And then the slave masters used that to teach the slaves what they wanted to teach them. They would pull out particular scriptures, by the way, to preach every Sunday. He would tell that head slave, listen, I need you to, this is the sermon I need you to preach every Sunday about the slaves obeying their master. I need you to preach that one. Start off with that one and end with that one. I don't care what you do in the middle. Durga said, all humans trace their origins to Africa, where black people are the first keepers of our shared story. From the foundations came civilizations, culture, and wisdom that continue to shape the world. Barbara said, exactly, Stone. They took stuff out and added their story. Barbara said, obey your masters. Did you know, maybe y'all don't know, no, but you know they used to preach that sermon every Sunday. The slave master, it was mandatory. And the slaves felt like the only way they was gonna be, I was gonna be free when I'm gone. They knew in that lifetime as a slave, they were never gonna be free. I listened to this black slave. It was a recording from the 1800s, right? It was after slavery, right? And this black slave said, if I had to be a slave again, I would rather unalive myself than to go through what I went through. He was willing to leave this earth and commit to unaliving himself than to be a slave again. Nobody will ever understand that level of commitment for this man to want to take his own life than to go back into being a slave. Rainy girl, you must be white. I want y'all to read this. Look at Rainy girl 165. This is the kind of shit I be talking about. Rainy girl said, quit living in the past. Rainy, let me ask you a question. Can you come up on my live and show your face, please? Don't block her, moderator. Send me your email address so I can send you the link. And I want you to come up on my live and show your face and tell these people to quit living in the past. Tell black folks to quit living in the past. We can never quit living in the past when the future is still haunting us in the present. So I know you're not black. You can't be, because only white people say shit like that. Quit living in the past. That's what y'all like to say to us. Get over it. Slavery's over with. Quit living in the past. You guys got it good. We're tired of hearing that shit because nothing has changed. It has just changed in a different form to dominate and control us. So I will say again, Rainy Girl 165, whoever the fuck you are, I don't care if you're a troll, but I know you're not black. So I'm going to ask you, are you black or white? If you're going to come into my live spitting whatever you believe in, be honest with us. Are you black or white? Share that with us. Are you a black person or white person? Because you just told all of us to quit living in the past. She said, you can't drive a car looking in the rear window. You also can't drive a car with no lights on and no steering wheel. You dumb piece of shit. Now I'm going to ask you another question. Are you black or white? And come up on my live and show your motherfucking face. But answer the question, are you black or white? No, she ain't going to tell a Jewish person that. They're not going to talk to Jewish people about the Holocaust and tell them to get over it. Nobody will never tell a Jewish person to get over the Holocaust and stop talking about the past, because Jewish people know that's part of their history, and they're going to always let you know about that shit, and rightfully so. Bring your monkey ass up on my live. Miss Confidence, come up on my live. Rainey said, why is my color important? Oh, it's very important, because we black folks talking about black issues. Your color is important, just like you want your opinion to be important here. So just like you feel like your opinion is important, your color is important. You're looking at me, motherfucker. Why can't you tell us who you are? Because you're not black. Because if you were black, you would have already said you're black. And if you were black, you would come up on my live. Black people don't talk like that. See, I'm going to teach y'all white folks something. One thing about us, we know how black people talk, and we know how white folks talk, because we've been subjected to their bullshit. So I know you ain't black, for sure. And you don't want to say who you are, I should just fucking block you, because that's disrespectful. So since you want to hide in the dark and not say who you are, at least that, well, good luck. Moderator, go ahead and block her. Now dig that. Now go pick up a motherfucking book and learn about black people. You won't be on my live no more. Just the thought say people don't say get over it. Exactly. That's the shit they do to us. They say get over it. They say it's in the past. You guys have it good, black people. Can I ask a question? Why do you black people, insist on talking about slavery? It's over with. You guys need to stop. You got it good. You got music. You got sports. You got the movies. You guys dominate everything. You guys have it all. There's no more racism. You really believe that shit? Abi3 said, powerhouse. Abi, what's up, family? We on. Burma said, do you believe in God and Jesus? We on. I don't even know why you would ask such a stupid question. So I'm going to ask you that question. Do you believe in God and Jesus? There we go. Auntie Mickey said, you benefit from our past, Rainy Girl 65. So if you believe we should stop living in the past, you can stop benefiting from our past, period. Thank you, Auntie Mickey. Barbara said, this is our damn country. We built it. Willan said yes. And Willan, the answer to your question is yes. We all believe in God. You can't be on this earth and not believing that there's a Yahshua. If there's something wrong with you, if you don't believe, there is one. I'm shocked that this person gets on here and tell us, pretty much get over it. Why do we keep living in the past? They really believe that saying that is going. They believe if they say to black people, "Hey man, listen, I got something for you guys. It's my Ray Charles. Hey man, it's my Ray Charles. Listen man, listen man, listen. Do me a favor. They be doing the Ray Charles on us, y'all. Just do me one favor, man. Yeah, man. Can you just get over that shit? It's in the past, man. No, we're not getting over it. It's not gonna happen. It's 7.5 said, it's when people speak about it and a bunch of other topics and do it in uncivilized manner is when things turn bad. If HL75 said it's when people speak about it and a bunch of other and a bunch of other topics and do it in uncivilized manner is when things turn bad. If can you expand on what you said, please, if you don't mind? Bearded Conversation said, I don't believe in God or Jesus. I believe in my people. Melanin is the key to survive. Bearded Conversation, I respect that you believe in your people, and I ain't even going to argue with you about the fact that whatever you believe, if you don't believe in God, hey, we all have our right. I'm a Buddhist now, and there's some black people go off on me for being a Buddhist, even though I was raised as a Christian. But I respect that you believe in your people, and that's all that matters to me. Rain said, CC said, Rain be crying rain in her white world. Listen, CC be having some good ones. I love that. Abi3 said, black people are strong. Abi, thank you. What country are you from, Abi? You're not from the USA. Are you from India? Thank you for that, Abi. I appreciate it. Buckeye said, the past looks at me every time someone looks at me like a criminal. Buckeye, say that again. Buckeye said, the past looks at me every time someone looks at me like a criminal. Speak the truth. Do y'all understand what he's saying? Every time we as black people go out and people give us a certain look like we up to something, up to no good, or don't like us, that's the past revisiting us in a future form. That is the past revisiting black people in a future and present day form. If he said, not at all, some people can't handle heavy conversations and act in a violent manner. Thank you, sir. You are correct. If HL75 says some people can't handle heavy conversations and they act in a violent manner, yes, they do. India, Avi, thank you for that, brother. I appreciate you for that, Avi. Avi's from India. Midnight Swan said, Jesus loves you all. Take up your cross and follow him. We are all sinners, but through him we are saved. Just a thought, say, I don't think people realize how many inventions and even patents that were stolen. See, that's another thing. As soon as we start, listen, just a thought, as soon as we start talking about black inventors, they get upset. Bearded Conversation say, I appreciate you for reading chat, brother. Bearded Conversation, always. You know, I'm going to always read all my positive people that come in here to lead some solid conversations. I'm always going to read it because I love I love showing people how smart we are. Like, we're not dumb people. Although some of our young folks do some dumb shit. And that's not even because they're dumb. That's because they're so smart and they're using it in the wrong way. That's what that really is. And the Bible says, your people will suffer for the lack of knowledge. So young people and black folks that's out here doing all the crazy shit and getting unalive, you got to look into the historical element of what the Bible says. Bearded say, peace, blessings, and abundance to you, King. Bearded Conversations, I appreciate you, family, and hopefully you become a subscriber to the channel. We do some fun stuff here, man. Damaged Kisses said, my heart goes out to the family of the young man who lost his life. It's an ingest and heartbreaking. I sent prayers. Thank you, Damaged Kisses. And we love you for that, Damaged Kisses. Listen, Damaged Kisses operates from our heart, and I love people that operate from their heart. Doesn't matter what race they are. She operates from her heart. She speaks from heart. And thank you, Damaged Kisses. Barbara said just about everything that was invented. Yes. Cece said, ignorance is not knowing. Kaz said, bruh, that's fake. Kaz, I want you guys to read what Kaz is saying. Now, Kaz, where are you from? And what is fake? So we'll understand what you're saying. Don't come in here with one-liners. Have a conversation. Kaz, what are you talking about? T-Rex said, Elvis and his folks stole all our music also. T-Rex, y'all hear what T-Rex just said? Helen Rosenthal says, Stone, I love when you read the chat. Helen, thank you. You know I got to show love to the smart folks. Bearded Conversation said, thank you. In fact, we are not. I preach this every day on my channel. We are not. There it is. Bearded Conversation just spit it. Cass say, you don't love us, man. Yeah, I want y'all to read this. Cass, I'm going to ask you a question one more time because USA don't mean nothing, motherfucker. I didn't ask where you, I did ask where you from, but I said, are you black? What are you, Cass? You're Mexican, you're black, you're white. What are you, mixed? I mean, what are you? And will you come up on my live and show your face? This guy just said, you don't love us, man. I don't love who? Cass? Desert Channel Explorers, how you doing, family? Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you subscribe. Cass says that I don't love them. Okay, expand on why you think. So come up on my live, Cass. Come up on my live. Give me your email so I can send you the live link so you can come up on my live. Kosama Akatar, hello, family. Come up on my live, Cass, and tell me why I don't love my people. Cass just said I don't love my people. Then he said, the fuck. You a young motherfucker. You gotta be, because grown men don't talk like that. The fuck? That's not even, I mean, what is that, a statement? Are you asking a question in the way y'all talk as young folks? What do you mean I don't love y'all? Y'all, let's make sense of Cass. Cass just said, I don't love our people. I don't love black folks. But I don't see Cass doing anything for the black community. He says, I'm 21, OFC, I'm young. Well, I knew you were young just by the way you talk. Cass, this is what I'm going to say to you. You seem like a cool young fella. Now, you're either here to learn or you can go to the Young Fellas channel and y'all can do what young folks do. Learn nothing. Just do the dumb shit. Now, I suggest if you're here, either you learn or brother, listen, you're more than welcome, young man, to lead. But everybody in my channel are teachers. So we're here to teach. You can never say that I don't love my people when I'm on here talking about what my people are going through. Now, if you don't know what I was talking about, why don't you rewind the video and watch what the conversation's about? But do not come into my channel telling me I don't love my people when I'm sure you're not out here in the streets preaching to your generation about how they need to straighten the fuck up and stop unlifing each other. Okay? So, young man, I'm going to say this to you again, Kaz. You can come here and learn from some of these smart motherfuckers up in here, or you can get the fuck up off my channel and take that shit over to your shit channel and do that shit there. Tell them young ninjas that they don't love you because they really don't. Anyway, I'm not your boy, young ninja. I'm not your boy. Let's start there. That young shit y'all do is going to get you unalived in the streets. By the same ninjas that you disrespect, that disrespect you have is be the same ninjas that would disrespect you. Now, I'm going to give you one more chance. You keep talking that shit, you young motherfucker, you're going to be blocked from my channel. And you won't be able to come here and learn from some smart black folks, you young-ass, dumb little fucking motherfucker. Yo, you going to make me say some shit I don't want to say, and I'm trying to watch my mouth. So watch that bullshit, you young-ass, dumb motherfucker, you. Nah, you your own boy. You your own boy, you little young, dumb motherfucker. You probably ain't even graduated. And if you did, your mama that had you should be ashamed of herself. Block that dumbass motherfucker. These women raising y'all young, dumb motherfuckers, that's the problem. These young women raising you dumbass motherfuckers is the problem. It's motherfuckers like you. Why Trump is sending motherfucking troops across the country to get this shit under control, because dumbass motherfuckers that think just like you. That's the reason. Did you know that? There would be no reason for nobody to send no troops across the country if these women were raising their kids that's disrespectful like that young motherfucker. Right. We wouldn't have to send no troops into no state if people were being raised correctly. That little dumb motherfucker right there is the reason why there's troops being deployed across to black communities. That little dumbass motherfucker right there. Teron, what's up? Buckeye say, damn, that dojo is coming out. Yo, Buckeye, y'all see what I'm saying, though? George Munger said, laugh now, your mama said, George, block George. We ain't even going to entertain it. George, I'm sorry. You came in my channel. I don't know if you're trying to be funny Your mom? Okay, don't block George yet. I'm going to give George a chance to say, George, what do you mean? What do you mean? Expand on what do you mean before I block you. Custom Actor says, I'm a big fan of Stone and I really like to thank you, Custom Up. But right now, we're not talking about Stone's songs, but I appreciate that. We talking about what black people go through in the U.S., being on alive, and the agenda to get rid of black folks. Call some more Akatar. That's what we talking about right now. I appreciate you, though. Talking about my music, thank you. But right now, I don't give a fuck about my music. Right now, I'm talking about what we need to do to stop this shit that's going on with black folks. Sacrothed say, the person that causes self our leader. Sacrothed, say that again. Yes, George wants to be a comedian today, you guys. So, George, you get the donkey of the day, or should I say the morning, and block George. Goodbye, George. Superman, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like you waking up with a foreign conversation. You sound like an old motherfucker. George Manangas. You got an old ass motherfucking name. You got like an old grandpa name, George Manangas. Who the fuck named you? If that's your real name, you fucked up right there. Your parents fucked up when they named you. Now, take that, George. Now, you can sit around and hear my channel, but you won't be able to comment. For all those that have been blocked, I probably done blocked a lot of people. Oh, you'll be able to hear me, but you won't be able to comment, nor will anybody be able to see your bullshit that you spew out of your fucking fucked up brain. Mr. 40 to you said, better family structure, more men around being fathers instead of baby daddies. Okay, let's read that again. Mr. 420 to you said, better family structure, more men around being fathers instead of babies, daddies. Listen, Mr. 420 to you. Thank you for that comment. And he's correct. We need more fathers around instead of just babies, daddies. There ain't no men talking to these young guys no more. There's no men talking to these young guys. There's nobody having conversations. That young man could have learned so much by being in this channel, not just from Stone, from other OGs, from Buckeye, from Pharaoh, from my cousin Ty, from Barbara, from Damaged Kisses, from all the people, from Cece in my life, from Mystique, all the people in my life coming in here commenting. That young man could have learned something today, but he chose to come in and tell me, I don't love my people. I don't know. Maybe he's not paying attention, quite paying attention because I'm telling the truth. Here's the problem with African Americans. When you start speaking the truth about our community, we got to stop this. We start telling other black people we hating on each other when all we're doing is trying to wake our people up. Because I talk about what goes on in the black community don't mean I'm hating my people. It's saying, let's wake up, folks. We already got white folks talking about they don't like us. We already got Mexican people don't like us. We already got Asian people don't like us. We already got Indian people don't like us. Not all, but some. And for my Indian folks on here, listen, I love y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all something. When Indian people come to America, they don't like black people. They treat black people like shit in their restaurants too. I'm showing you guys something. Black people are the most hated on race, and you got to ask yourself a question, why? And some Indian people are as dark as black people are. I've seen some Indian people as dark as the motherfucking street. But you come to America and go to their restaurants, they don't even really like black people coming into their restaurants. They put on this weird energy. So I'm showing you it's not just white people. I'm showing you that the black experience is taken, but they hate on black people. Boring Shamar said, oh, someone else from the town is here, salute. Baby Love said, wow, these evil, crazy trolls are in the chat again. Yeah, they always come in saying stupid shit. Anthony say, why do you care if whites like us? Why do you care? Anthony, why do you care about coming on my channel saying the weird shit you're saying? I don't give a fuck if you don't like us, Anthony. That's not what this is. Now, if you're going to come in my comment section and start talking about shit when you haven't watched my video, then get the fuck up out my channel, Anthony. Nobody said I care. Y'all, I mean, why black people use your smartness to be dumb? I never said I care about white people liking us. You're a dumb piece of shit to even say that stupid shit. I am saying there is a conversation that needs to be had. We are the most hated on race. Nobody said I care because white people don't like, ooh, why don't white people like us? Shut the fuck up, Anthony. Fuck up out of my channel. And if you've been here, man, you know how I get down on my channel. Don't fucking come in here saying stupid shit. Ain't nobody said, why do I care? White people don't. I don't give a fuck who don't like us. I'm showing you the agenda. Peace. Stop that bullshit, man. Fucking hate motherfuckers coming with that fucking bullshit. Especially smart motherfuckers like, you supposed to be a smart ass ninja. You supposed to be a smart black man. You coming here saying some weird shit. Stop that, dude. God damn it, man. Star the 76 True said, exactly. Mr. 420 said, Anthony, it's good that we all get along, but Americans together, we all live amongst each other. Exactly. I mean, Anthony, how you make sense of that? Black people ain't begging for white people to like them. And I'm surely not here begging to ask white people to like. We can live together. We don't have to live alike, but we definitely fucking have to learn how to live together. And you up here saying some just corny ass morning shit. Go have some motherfucking coffee, man. Wake up. Dr. J say, first time on your channel. What's up? Little crazy out there, ain't it? Dr. J, man, listen, they hung another one of our young men. He wasn't just a black man, but he just happened to be a black man. But one of our young folks in the black community was hung in Mississippi on the campus, on a tree. And they said he did it himself. It's the same old story, and it's getting old. And not enough black people talk about this, but not enough. I called all my white, not call, but I texted a lot of my white friends and asked them if they knew about this. Because I asked my white friends, would you be willing to get online and talk about this? Because we got a lot of white folks that say they rock with black people. We got a lot of Mexican folks that say they rock. We got a lot of Asian folks that say, are y'all willing to get online and talk about this subject? Furthermore, black folks, are y'all willing to get online and talk about this? There's powers in numbers. We need to talk about this shit. Raymond Confidence says Second Amendment. Second Amendment. Buckeye for Life say, why you use your smartness to be dumb? Smartest thing I've ever heard. Buckeye for Life, you feel what I'm saying? Why, and it's a legitimate question. Why does a person use the smartness to be dumb? You became smart for a reason. You study, you listen, you learn, right? You remember back in the day, Raymond Confidence say sassy. You guys remember back in the day? It was called reading and comprehension. Do y'all remember that from elementary on up? They combined it together. It was reading and comprehension because they knew that you could read something, but most people could not comprehend the shit they were reading. Henceforth, the Bible says meditate on the word. You read it and you meditate on it to understand. So when they put together reading and comprehension, it was put together for a reason because they realized that most people could read but could not comprehend the fucking shit they were reading. That's the shit that happens here on my live. A motherfucker will hear me talk and not comprehend nothing I'm saying. It actually sounds like this to them. Wah, 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 wah. That shit from the one show, the cartoon. Wah, 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 wah. Dr. J said, doesn't matter what color you are. That's the way my mom raised me, and she's from Alabama. And she was on the cotton field from the time to time. She was 6 years old. Wow, Dr. J, that's deep. Thanks for sharing that, Dr. J. Baby Love said, I know evil MAGA is not going to say or do anything about our people being hung. Baby Love, you already know the answer to that. It's not going to happen. We know that. Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. When I get in here, people don't use their comprehension. They come in here, hear me talk, and they comprehend nothing. But they'll jump on my live, they'll catch me yelling and be like, calm down, bro, and don't even know me and never listen to why this dude just got hyped. Why this dude hyped? They go rewind. They don't rewind and say, let me just peep the beginning of his conversation, see what he talking about. They just come right in. Hey, man, bro, why are you yelling? Or they say, what is this channel about? Go back and rewind, motherfucker. Go rewind. Because I'm not going to tell you, if I'm in the middle of talking and you come in and tell me to calm down. I'm passionate about my people. If that happened to your nephew or your brother, what are you going to do? You're going to be online doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to wait for it to happen to one of my family members to get online and cry. I am here doing what I should do, using my platform in a positive way, not just for music. Yes, I'm in the music industry. Who gives a fuck about that? What you're going to remember about me is what I have done to try to make a difference for my community. And for those that come in and ask me and or say, I don't love my people, show me how much love you have for your people. If you're not doing what I'm doing, surely you're the one that don't love your people because you ain't out here trying to speak on the issues that are happening in our community that affect us in a positive or negative way. You're not speaking on it. So though the people that are not speaking on it are the people that typically come in my channel and try to say shit to me when you're not doing your job. If we all did our job to help our community, we would be in a better place. Remember that. Star 76 True said, Stone, it's your channel. You have the right to feel how you feel and speak on it. Thank you, Star. I appreciate that. Now, Michael said no. Now, I'll say this again. Those of you that coming in saying one word, nope, hello, yeah, ha, ha, ooh, ha. If you're going to say something, come in here and say what you got to say. Nope, what, Michael? Nope, what, Michael? I don't know what the nope means. Please. CC said right, but Michael, I'm just asking you, what does your note mean? Because I missed something. I just want to make sure I respect you and that you're being respectful. Sorry. Bridget said, studies state that adults' reading levels are on a 4th grade level. There it is. I've told you guys how many young African-American boys and even older American men can't read. And in general, people that can't read. Bridget said, studies state adults' reading levels are on a 4th grade level. That's some deep ass shit. Adults, it didn't say black or white. It said adults. Bridget said, studies states that adults' reading levels are on a 4th grade level. That's a major problem. Henceforth, the problem with understanding when people are talking, right? Because when you understand, you understand. And when a person speaks, if you understand comprehension, you're able to get it. But reading and comprehension goes hand in hand. Michael said, I said, brother, are they going to lower the flag for the young? Oh, Brother Michael, man, listen, you know they ain't about to do that shit at all. Really, if they were to lower it, they need to lower that shit for the rest of our lives for every black man that was hung that they said did it to themselves. So, Brother Michael, nah, they ain't gonna do it. Latha said, Stone, what you should be doing in your opinion? Stone, what should be, what? She said, Stone, what should be doing in your opinion? Are you saying what we should be doing, Latha, in my opinion? Okay, of course, talk our little brothers, uncles, little sis, and little cousins. Oh, so Latha's asking, what should we be doing? She's saying we should be talking to our brothers, the uncles, and the little cousins. We should be talking and telling people. She said, Michael said, do you think they will? No. CC, yeah, I responded. No, they won't, Michael. They won't. Barbara said, my 5-year-old great-grandson reads on a 4th grade level, a little genius. Are you serious? Wow. The kid's now smarter than we were back then. Star said, Stone is a nice guy. He just won't put up with the nonsense, and I don't blame him. Star 76, True Secret, no. I'm not on here playing with folks. You know, I did it in the beginning because I didn't really know. I've been on YouTube a long time, but I didn't know how the get down was with the trolls. But once I figured it out, yeah, I don't play around with nobody. Mr. 420 say, have they proved it was a hanging? They're saying he unalived himself. They've already said it, the police. They haven't found foul play. Now, Mr. 420, you know, this is the shit narrative they use down south on our people all the time. Sorry, you guys, I didn't have my tea. Born Shamar said, I think the general population, aside from the afflicted original, so-called black people in the USA, are numb to the attacks on us since we seem to never do anything about it as a whole. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's like we let it happen, and we let it happen, but we'll do something if the police unalive my cousin. We ready to ride for that shit. I agree with you, Born Shamar. Helen Rosenthal said, in some households, the parents can't even help their own kids with homework. simply because they can't read. Some kids teach their parents as well. Helen, some parents don't even know math. And this math shit these days with kids is not easy. The math stuff they have these kids doing now, like my nieces, some of the shit they send me, I'll be like, God damn. Michael said, and Stone shouldn't put up with the bullshit. Thank you, Michael. Brother Michael, facts. DJ Brightside said, we must unite, listen, forgive, respect, educate, and love. Nothing will change with black folks unless we stand up and start exercising the power we have with our spending dollars. If we stop, and we said, if black people in Mississippi say, we ain't going out to support no businesses for a whole month until we get justice, best believe, no clothes, no restaurants. Oh, that state, that governor gonna get down to the bottom of that shit, but we don't care. We really don't care. Buckeye said, unfortunately, my 2 teenagers would rather stare at a screen than read a book, but I believe me, I tried. Buckeye, I know. Here's the problem. We gotta stop giving these kids the phones when they're young, and we gotta start back putting books in their hands. When they're 5 and 6 and 4, we gotta put books in their hands, not a phone. We can't do this, you guys. We gotta stop doing this. That's the problem. Stop putting phones in their hands. You gotta start off at 4 and 5. Don't give them a phone. 2 and 3 and 4, don't give. I see babies 2 and 3 with tablets in front of their face in stores. I was like, oh, they fucking up already. The parents are already fucking up because the internet is gonna raise your child. That's the problem. Dr. J said, yeah, Mississippi is still kind. It's kind of that way. I can understand what you're saying. Yeah, Mississippi they ain't budging. They're gonna try to ride this shit to the end until they can get away with it, until somebody steps up to the plate. T-Rex said, is Orange Man going to send in the National Guard into Utah? Let's see what he does about that. I doubt that, T-Rex. I don't think he's gonna do that. Kimberly said, oh, I don't know my grandkids' math. Y'all see what I'm saying? I helped my niece with her math now, and the math is nothing like when we were in high school. This shit is crazy, y'all. The math now is ridiculous. The math now is crazy. Al Deasy said, for real. Michael said, question, would we be labeled extremist animals if we revert back to Malcolm X by any means necessary? We would be. They would call us savages. They would call us racist. I want y'all to know. First of all, they call us racist first. Then they call us savages. They would call us Black Panthers, and they would call us, they would think of all these crazy ass names for us as a race, as a movement. They would come up with all the crazy names as a movement for us to damage the thoughts of people of us. They already got people scared of us. Buckeye said, my boomer parents put me in front of the TV, so it's kind of the same, you know. Yeah, it's kind of the same, but they also, listen, Buckeye, they also made us go outside. Go outside, boy. Go outside. Go outside and play. For my generation, Generation X, your ass was outside, eating dirt, skinning your arms, falling on your bicycle, flipping over the front of the handlebars because the brakes were too tight, and coming in around 5 o'clock before the street lights came on. They sent our asses outside. Zakaya said, what's up, Zakaya? Damaged Kiss said, I need to replay this part. I had to take a call. Yeah. Oh, okay, Damaged Kisses. You missed it. Hey, if y'all don't think, Barbara said, yes, he's kindergarten. Hola, Zakaya. Kimberly said, yes, we are outside. Yeah. Buckeye said, yes, they did. I went outside, came back in. Right. So we had that. So what did that do? That created a social structure for us at a young age. That taught us how to talk to people. Hey, you guys, if you're not giving me super chats, at least you can do is hit the hearts, you guys, and the thumbs up when you're coming in, please. All right? Y'all know I get on here out of love, y'all. But once again, y'all know YouTube takes 40% of my money. So if y'all not going to hit, at least you can do for me. If you're not going to give me a super chat, at least hit the hearts. I mean, I got my people that show me super chat love, but if you ain't one of those, Give me the hearts. It's just like TikTok. You hit them hearts, it helps the algorithm as I am here live. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for that. Aldeezy said, yes, I helped my kids with the homework, and I taught my kids how to add and subtract before they started kindergarten. So they will be able to solve most of the math problems. Aldeezy, I sent you an email, by the way. Al, are you going to rap on that compilation? Let me know so I can send the track over you when I get off the live. Al, the math equations now are crazy. Like the stuff they're doing now, the mathematical stuff now is crazy. They're giving some of these kids in middle school, elementary, college mathematical shit right now. College math. Buckeye said, being outside meant we had to watch what we say unless we wanted to. Yes, I got into many fights outside, Buckeye, so you were 100%. And mama wasn't there to save us, get busted in the lip. We run in the house bleeding. Barbara said, my 5-year-old has also writes math equations. Wow. Then solves them. That's a smart youngster right there. He's on his way. Jay Bond said, this story seems to be a total cover-up. Ain't nobody see because the school is all a part of the plot. Yeah, how nobody saw this? Listen, mind you, on a campus, there's always people walking around at night. There's always somebody going from one dorm to the other. Buckeye Polite says, social media made my kids much more anonymous to say some horrible things. Yeah, I don't have kids. I raised 6 boys. They're pretty sharp. I raised them without social media. Now, I don't have my own kids. But when I do have my own kids, they're not going to be raised on social media. That's a fact. Aldeezy say, yes, you're right. Brenda say, I remember the song Wake Up Everybody, and its lyrics speak to this day. Brenda, they don't make them like they used to. Michael Buckeye said, we used to fight like hell, and you better not run in the house crying. Yo, Mike, yo, you run in the house, boy. They're going to be talking about you for 2 or 3 weeks at school and outside. You literally would be sitting in the house looking out the window while mama saying, boy, go outside. Why are you looking out that window? I don't want to go outside, Mom. Okay, got you. I'll send you the track as soon as I get off the live. Star said, kisses, I know we have to start calling it out when we see it. It's just hard. Born Shamar said, it's early still in the school year, but we cannot also overlook hazing. We got to look at all this shit. The hazing, we got to look at everything. We have to. Buckeye said 100. Star 76 True said, yep. I will say this to everyone on here. I'm going to give you guys a task. A responsible task as an uncle, as an aunt, as a big brother. If you got little brothers, you got nieces and nephews. I'm holding everybody on here responsible for a task. Aldeezy say, I have 3 adopted and a 4-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. So 5 kids total. Wow. Damaged Kisses say, we played outside most of the day when I was a kid and we had TV hours, but we mostly played outside. Think about it. As a kid, you had your Saturday morning TV session. And then after your cartoon went off, you go outside. That's the way it was for Generation X. Now I barely see kids outside, like even in my neighborhood. And when I hear kids outside, I'm excited. Because I hear the noise, I'm like, oh man, this is cool. It reminds me of when I grew up. The birds chirping and kids playing. I'm like, oh, that's exciting. It takes me back to when I was a kid, just hearing the atmosphere. Now I'll be like this out the window. I don't hear anybody playing. It was something about that atmosphere. These kids are not even outside. They're on the video games and they're online. Helen said, I understand why Marvin Gaye wrote Mercy, Mercy. Things aren't the way it used to be. Marvin Gaye saw the future and he didn't even realize it. Pittsburgh Street City said, kids now stuck on the phone. Pittsburgh Street City. Yo, you can't even get them to go outside and ride their new bikes. You can't even get them to ride the bikes. Back when we were young, it was an honor to be, you were excited about getting outside, riding your green machine, your big wheel, or your bicycle. They don't even want to ride the bikes. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to ride the bike. They're eating and they're on the computer. They're overweight. Some have diabetes. That's what we're dealing with right now. Barbara says it's kind of too dangerous for kids outside. Not in front of the house, Barbara. So we can't baby them. We can tell them go out in that backyard. Go out in that backyard. Go out in the front yard. And don't go far. Y'all remember the rules we had. Don't you leave from that front yard. Don't leave from that backyard. They can still play. I see some kids playing, and they don't leave the yard, that perimeter. We're babying them if we do that. Chef Banner in the house. Welcome in, Chef Banner. Listen, you guys, if we do that, we are babying them. We got to send these kids back outside, y'all. We got to let them bump their heads. We got to give them books. I challenge everybody on here. You got a niece or nephew, start talking to them. Listen to them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how their school is going. Just take the time to talk to them. Even if you have a kid in the neighborhood and you see they're by themselves, just, how you doing, young man? You all right? You good? You okay? Give them some good advice, you guys. My neighbors, boys next door, I always talk to them because I don't see no man around them. So I try to give them advice. I give these young men advice about life and be safe. And just that little bit will help them in the future. They'll remember, oh, Mr. Stone, I remember when I was little, Mr. Stone used to always, thank you, Mr. Stone. When I was little, you told me these things. It helped. Even if you don't have to overpreach to them, just be an adult that's responsive to seeing if they're going through something. My neighbor's son, he's 13 now. So that's that age where the young men start to kind of come into themselves. So I talked to him 2 weeks ago and asked him, how you doing? You good in school? You all right? Everything good? Because his mom had put him outside the door and locked him out the house. So I already know what that is. I went through that. So I said, what's going on, man? What's going on? Your mom got mad at me. I said, well, what you do? Oh, I said, well, you got to listen. You got to listen. It's your mom. I know you're getting older, but you got to listen to your mom. You got to. Please do me that favor. Listen to your mother. If she's telling you to do something, follow that. Now, this young man doesn't have a father in his life every day. It takes us men and women to do these kind of things to keep a balance. Because when they start to destruct, the first thing they'll say is, nobody was there for me. Damage Kisser said, I do agree that it is a lot more dangerous too, Barbara. Star said, as adults, we have to make our community safe. Barbara, is it safe in your backyard? Is it safe in the front yard? Do you think somebody gonna come and snatch your kid out your backyard or front yard? I mean, I get it if you feel that way, but if it ain't safe in your front yard and backyard, you probably need to move out to the country. And that goes for anybody. Because if you feel like the perimeter in front of your house and the back of your house ain't safe, then Houston, you have a problem. You got to send them kids outside to the backyard or front yard. 76 Truth Seeker. Yes, 76, listen. Star, you missed the live last night. Listen, I was on 2 times yesterday for a long time. And I did a song on the live because all of you guys told me, Stone, get back to we want to see you record live and write songs as you're doing it. So I said, well, I didn't think you guys wanted to see that. And they said, yes, this is fun. It's exciting. So people sat with me. Man, I love you guys, man. You guys sat with me, man. That shit made me, I shed a couple tears after my live. Barbara said, my great-grandson told me who the president is when he wanted to know what the White House was. I was explaining my 4-year-old great-granddaughter wanted to know where the Black House. You see how intelligent they are? Do you see that, Barbara? Do you see that intelligence? They put 2 and 2 together. Listen, those kids are geniuses. They immediately went into, well, Grandma, where's the Black House at? Those kids are geniuses. They put it together. They were like, wait a minute, a White House? Why is there a White House is not a Black House? Those kids are sharp. They don't even realize that there's a deep story to that whole White House thing. So it's funny how sharp those kids have been here before spiritually. You got some good grandkids. You got some smart grandkids, Barbara. Facts. Javon said, Deezy, yo, what's good, bro? Michael said, George Clinton made a song called Paint the White House Black. Hey, listen, and Brother Michael, that's why I said those kids don't even realize Those kids don't even realize what they said. Born Shamar said, that's assuming they got property they own. Some lucky if there's a porch, even a stoop and something. Yeah, Born Shamir, I didn't think about that. I totally forgot about that. The modern kid will know, yeah, you're right. Some of them don't have that. In that case, Barbara, take them to the park, pack up the car, and drive down the street. Take them grandkids to the park and sit back with your crochet and let them run around. Barbara said, she said, I do want to go to the White House. She said, she wants to go to the Black House, and I don't know where she got that from. God bless your grandkids, man. Your granddaughter is sharp. She said, I do want to go to the White House. She want to go to the Black House. She want to know where's the Black House. Tell her the Black House is right where she's at. That is super cute. She said, Grandma, where's the Black House? Wow, man. Listen, Black America, we have a problem. Better start paying attention to when you walk outside. Better start paying attention when you're at the store. Better keep your head on the swivel. There's an agenda that you saw the guy come on my channel and say to me, there was a white guy that came on my channel and said to me, for those of you that don't know about this, let me tell you what he said. I appreciated him coming in my channel being honest. DJ Bryce said the Black House is the project. You have to drive through it to get to the White House. Exactly. There was a white gentleman. I ain't going to call him gentleman because when you racist, I'm not going to call you gentle. I'm sorry. There was a white guy that came on my channel, and I respected the fact that he could be honest. He said, his exact words, Stone, pack your bags. They're sending 10 out of 10 black men back to Africa. I want my black folks in it, even my black and brown people. Pull up your seat and listen to what I'm saying. If you're going through my live, take a moment to hear this. This white guy came on my channel, and I was happy that we had a dialogue. My channel is about dialogue. I welcome anybody of any race to come on here and express their opinions about if they don't like black people. It's okay. We're here to listen to why. We want to know why. Because in order for us to have a real conversation and get change, we first got to know what you're thinking. Now, if you're not saying it and you're saying it behind closed doors and behind masks, then we don't get it. But when you can have a conversation and be honest and say, I don't like black people, we're going to ask you why. And we're going to want to know why, not because we care about changing your thoughts, but because we just want to know what is the science of hating someone that you don't know anything about. So I asked this guy. He said 10 out of 10 black men are getting sent back to Africa. I laughed. I said, maybe Haitians because Trump is playing. He said, no, not just Haitians. You too, Stone. This is what he said to me. He said, all black men. I say, well, I can see some black men being casualties of war when they send the Haitians. If a black guy's walking down the street, hey, come here. And he gets sent over by mistake. They made that mistake with some Mexicans, right? He said, nah, not that. I said, nah, the Trump administration ain't going to do that. He said, it ain't going to be them. This is what the white guy came in my channel and said. He said, it's not going to be them. So I say to everybody in my channel, I said, y'all hear what he's saying? Y'all hear what this guy is saying? So I said, let me ask you a question. You don't like black people, right? She said, yes. I said, what have black people done to you? Did you get beat up as a kid? Did they take your girlfriend? Did they say something derogatory to you enough for you not to like them? You know what he said to me? He said, black people have never done anything to me. I was shocked. So I said, why don't you like black people? Then he came back and said, oh, because of the immigration. I said, we're not immigrants. I said, how come you ain't disliking Mexican people? How come you're not disliking Asian people? I said, do you know that you tell us to go back to Africa, but you guys are not from America? So if black people got to go back to Africa, y'all got to go back to Europe too. And Asian people got to go back to Asia. And Indian people got to go back. All of us need to take our asses back to the country that we're supposed to be from. If that's the case, if you're the white person telling us to go back, you also need to pack your bags and take your monkey ass back as well. That's what I say to him. So then I asked him, I say, what is your legitimate reason you don't like black people? Just telling me immigrations is not enough. Let's get to the bottom of it. He never gave me an answer. But then he came back on my channel weeks later and said, which was probably 3 days ago, 4 days ago, pack your bag, Stone. They're sending you back. I said, listen, stay off my motherfucking channel. I gave you a channel to speak your chance to speak your piece. Now you're coming over here being a troll. You're no longer speaking your mind. You're just trolling now. Now I have no problem with people want to come in here and have a conversation with the black community, and you have another race and you really want to know something, or you want to have a conversation. I welcome you in. But if you're going to come in here and say racist slurs and statements and insult not just me, but my black folks and brown folks that are on here, then I'm not having that shit. But I welcome real conversations. I've had over a dozen white men come in here, and they were very honest with their conversations, and I appreciated that. Because my thing is to let black people hear what some of these people have to say. If y'all not hearing them say it, where are you going to hear them saying it? If I have a platform and I'm letting them speak their truth, notice what I said, their truth, then you guys need to listen, because they are telling you something. And this man sharing that information, he was sharing some inside shit. I want y'all, black folks and brown folks, to know that guy came on this channel sharing some inside shit that only they talk about. So I thank him for sharing that information. He didn't have to. He didn't. And any of the other ones that have come on my channel that have been transparently honest, I welcome that every time. Mystique said, I hope you change his views. Well, I'm not here to change nobody, Mystique, but and I told him I loved him. If I said, maybe I'll spark the thing that makes him think, Mystique. John Oakey said, everybody has a story. Yes, John, facts. Michael said, I'm half Native Hawaiian, half black. My grandfather says she remembers when Hawaiian became a part of the U.S., and she told me how stuff drastic. They did this to the Hawaiian people. That's another story. How the Europeans came in Hawaii and just took over their shit and mixed with their people. The Howleys, as the Hawaiians call them. Is the name Hawaiians call them, the Howleys. The Howleys came into Hawaii and took over, slept with their women, made babies. Some Hawaiians look high white. They're infatuated with Hawaiian culture. You know, white folks do this with every culture. You know, when they go ham on a culture, they go ham. They want to be every other culture except for themselves. They want to be black, Hawaiian, they want to be Asian. They take on every other culture except for their own until it's time to be racist, and then they're doing the white power thing. But they will take on every other, they eat Chinese food. Shit, if I'm a racist, I wouldn't even eat black food, Chinese food. I'd be like, eat white food, whatever you think. Potatoes, are that American shit. Mashed potatoes and steak, right? I mean, if you're a racist, why even go eat at a Chinese place? If you're a racist, why go get soul food? Why? The food that black people made famous because it was the leftovers that were given to them by slave masters. Divine President said, ha ha. I don't, Divine, I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Divine? Michael said, yes, spot on. I mean, let's keep it real. Divine said, facts. If you're going to be racist, tear your radio station out of your car, because best believe when you turn it on, black music is going to play. If you're going to be racist, rip your TV out of your house, because 90% of the content on TV got black people in it. I'm just saying, if I'm going to be racist, I'm going hard on this shit, right? That's part-time racism. Do you guys agree? Let's address the part-time racism we see. Let's address it. You wouldn't even go to a store that black people go to, where they buy black shit from, black things that black people buy, food, right? Not that there's a black or white thing, but if I am really racist, then I'm not even going to go to the store where black people shop. If I am really racist, I'm not going to go to a gas station where black people go to get gas either. Let's just address the racist shit. You see y'all playing games with yourself. You choose racism when it's convenient for you to choose it. Buckeye for Life said, better take the starter out of your car too. Invent it in the catalytic convert in the Cadillac by a black man. Exactly. Facts. Cece said, Stone likes all music. Yes, I do. And I do rock and I do all that. Buckeye say, I don't think they have a culture. No. And the culture they did have from their country, they don't like it. The culture from their country, they don't like it. They don't even exercise it. They don't like it. But I don't like black people. So let me tell you my take. If I didn't like black people, if I was a white person, let's just keep it 100. If I was a white person and I didn't like black people, first of all, I wouldn't even tell them. I just wouldn't fucking deal with them, right? If I was a white person and I did not like black people, Al Deasy say that's some real shit, bro. Divine Presence say, I survive off of black culture. Thank you, Divine Presence. I appreciate that. I thank you for sharing that. Michael said the Hawaiian culture is almost extinct, and it saddens me that both my cultures are in so much turmoil. Y'all just heard that. Y'all heard what Michael just said. Let's go back to it. If I did not like black people and I was white, I wouldn't turn my motherfucking TV on to see a black person. Transient Terror. I couldn't have lost you if you were in my channel listening. So obviously you weren't listening. So maybe that's why you're lost, because you're coming on here. Transient said, you lost me at the end with the bit about white people taking on everyone else's culture. But I also appreciate you're speaking from a very American. No, I'm speaking from a point of view that's real. Now I want you guys to pay attention, all my black folks on the channel. And correct me if I'm wrong. Transient Terror said, I lost him. You must be a white gentleman, Transient, and it's okay with us. We love everybody here. He said, when I'm saying that white people is taking on everybody's culture, he's telling me that, I think he's telling me that I'm making that up. I'm not making it up. For all my black people in my channel, am I making that up, that white people takes on other people's cultures and makes it theirs, or try to make it theirs? The men will date the Asian women. They don't quite get into the Asian culture, because a lot of my white friends, they don't like the smell of the fish in the house. And, you know, all my white friends that are married, you know, Asian women, they complain about the fish smell in the house and shit. Some of the stuff they get into, but most of it don't. They love the Asian women. They love the Hawaiian women. They even love the black women. But it's just certain parts they'll like. But they'll submerge in the culture. And once they really submerge in the culture, they submerge in it. Listen, I want you to see this, Transient. Look at the comments below. Read the comments below, Transient. See, I'm not making this up. You think it's just an American thing. No, it's also across the water. I tour and travel overseas, Japan. I travel all over the world, even in Japan. They got a set of people in Japan who dress like black people, dress like black and brown people, khakis, lowriders. They got a crew of Japanese women who wear braids looking like sisters. I'm not making this up. In Japan, it's a movement. You will go to, they done tan they skin. You will go and thinking you looking at them black, when they talking black and everything, what their perspective of what they think hood black is. I'm not making this shit up. And all the music we hear, I mean, I'm just saying, where do you guys think this music came from? What do you think when you see white folks doing R&B music and hip hop music, and not just white people, and country music? Do we really think that those are the things that culturally were invented by white folks? This is not about a racist thing. This is about me educating folks. Last I said, isn't the problem that ex people don't want to live by culture but live in your country? What do you mean by ex people? Lisette, what do you mean by ex people? Please be descriptive, please, more, if you don't mind. Divine said, I'm white as it gets, but the soul is soulful. Black men and women are more so women because I love black women. Y'all heard what Divine said. She's a white lady. Now, you know, back in the day, Divine, they would call you a ninja lover and hung you on that tree. You know that, right? Divine, you know, back in the day, they call you today. She's a ninja lover. They would have called you a ninja lover. You pulled you out your house and hung you in front of your house, Divine, because you got so much love for black folks. Dirty Money say, laugh my ass off. Your style, Barbara. Let's just I could be African or German, whatever you forgot to read, why X and Y is just a placeholder. I know what it is. I am telling you to explain to the people. Now, please don't make me question your mental. If I say, what do you mean? I want you to explain to my people, because some people coming on here might not get the logistics. So thank you for explaining, but don't take that shit personal. If I say, what do you mean? It means I want you to explain for the people that are on here, what the fuck you talking about, motherfucker? German, African, I don't give a fuck. If I ask you what does it mean, I want you to explain to my people in here, because they might not know what the fuck you talking about. Tyler Main say, why are you saying that like it matters today? Tyler, you can't be white, Tyler. With a name, Tyler, last time I knew a brother named Tyler, I think I was in elementary. And the way you describe what you're saying, I know you're white. So Tyler says, why are you saying that like it matters today? Tyler, you a white boy, Tyler? It's okay if you are. You got to be a white boy, Tyler, and I'm okay with that. Come in here and speak your truth. Tyler, spit it out. Let it out. Tyler, get it out of you, Tyler. Get it out of you, Tyler. Get it out. Speak what's really on your mind, Tyler. Get it out. That's what we here for, Tyler. If you're white and you got something to say that motherfucker right now. Edwin Coochie. Edwin Cooch say, I am not your people. So you saying you white, Edwin? Post your picture on your page so we can see you, Edwin. Edwin says, I am not your people. Edwin, are you white? Edwin, do you like black women? Do you like Asian women? Edwin, I'm going to show y'all something. Edwin, you like Asian women? Lasser said, let's say your culture is silent and peaceful, but if people by nature are louder than silent, people don't like that. And it would be vice versa if you don't change your culture. Don't really make sense what you said. Lasset, are you a white person? Lasset said, let's say your culture is silent and peaceful. But if people by nature are louder than silent, people don't like that. And it could be vice versa if you don't change your culture. I agree with you on that, Lasset. I do. I mean, but at the same time, yeah, we got it. I mean, if you don't speak, you continue to get walked on, stepped on, persecuted, and your culture get continuously changed. Isaiah Green said, Paxton, why are you mad? Isaiah, I don't know who you are. I don't know where the fuck you come from, but with the name Isaiah, I assume you're Muslim or your family must have given you that name because they're Muslims. Now, with that said, you're supposed to be a smart motherfucker. With that said, you know that Muslims are passionate about what they say, and you know that black people are passionate. So for you to come in my channel and say, why, I am going to just block you for being ignorant. Adios, buddy. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. We will not have ignorant people up in my channel. We will not do that. Any ignorant people will be blocked out of my channel indefinitely. There you go, buddy. Isaiah, go practice being a real Muslim. That's what I suggest. Barbara said, boy, the trolls are here today. Yeah, go practice being a real Muslim, Isaiah, because you can't be. You're probably not a Muslim, because Muslims don't get down like that. You sound like you just a motherfucker to name yourself Isaiah online. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got to plug this in. He just called himself Isaiah. He just picked a name. Isaiah just picked a Muslim name to sound cool. I'm going to call myself Isaiah online. Hey, y'all, I'm going to call myself Isaiah. Oh, no, I know Dirty Money, but there's a lot of Muslims named Isaiah. You do know that, right, Dirty Money? You do know that, right? I know a Muslim lived 4 houses down from me. His name is Isaiah. I'm just telling you. They didn't. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you facts, Dirty Money. I get what you're saying. No, what I'm saying is, I asked him, is he a Muslim? Because I know Muslims named Isaiah. Not one, not two, but I know a few. I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you that I know Muslims named Isaiah. They were born as Isaiah. Now, they might change it to Muhammad. I know an Isaiah Muhammad. Dirty Money? Come on now. You've been on my channel for a minute. Don't act like we ain't got no Muslims named Isaiah. They have a choice to change their name. Most of them do. I know an Isaiah Muhammad. Come on now, Dirty Money. You've been with me, family. Work with me on this now. Understand what I'm saying. Just the fact he has a name named Isaiah, there ain't nothing holy about him. Not coming up with the channel with the ignorance. No, I asked him. I say, are you a Muslim? Lady Sparkle said, and all the good content creators and mods and Stone. What's up, Lady Sparkle? Kahana. Aloha. Kahana's in the house, y'all. My Hawaiian sisters here. Listen, I got Michael's from Hawaii too. Mike, you from Hawaii, right? We got another of our Hawaiian brothers on here, Kahana. Listen, Michael, I got my Hawaiian sister, Kahana, on. She rocked with me yesterday. She was on the live. Kahana, thank you. Wait a minute. If I'm saying, Kahana, if I'm saying you're a female, I apologize. I don't know if you're a male or female. My apologies, because I'm looking at the picture. So I apologize. Yes. I know I got to. Listen, I don't have the studios not hooked up, but I promise you, when I, maybe later when I go on tonight, I might come on and I got some reggae stuff that you'll love. Listen, black and brown people, I'll say this again. I don't know how bad it is in Hawaii, Kahana. How is the racism? Because I got a lot of friends from Hawaii. I've never asked them. I got a lot of friends from Hawaii, but can you share with me, Kahana? Michael said, oh, Stone, check out Brother Is. Yeah. Okay, I will. Okay, Michael said it's bad in Hawaii. Kahana, Michael said it's bad in Hawaii. You see, black and brown people, this does not just affect America. Hawaii is America, but some people think it's not. But you wouldn't think Hawaii has that much racism like that. But Brother Michael said it's bad. Brother Michael just said it's bad. If we don't come together in a community way, if we don't dial in and understand that we got to start supporting each other in awareness and sharing the information, at least doing that. Because it doesn't seem like we want to stand up and fight for the injustices. Seems like we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, you guys. Hit the hearts, man. Dirty Money say, Howlo. What you say? Howley? Michael said it's bad. Oahu. Okay, you're in Oahu? Okay, you're in Oahu. It's bad in Oahu? Damn, man. Because, of course, you've had a lot of the Chinese come and buy a lot of the land up. But before then, you had a lot of white folks coming in there, mating with the Hawaiians, and now you just got a lot of Hawaiians that look white Hawaiian. Michael said, yes, sir. Star said, it is the citizens against the corrupt people in power. We have to come together. Yeah, and that's the reason they do that divide with the races. They do the divide with the races to control us, you guys. Because if they divide us, then we're not going to talk. If they divide us, we're not going to talk. Nobody's going to talk. They know that. We got to divide them so they don't talk, y'all. We got to divide these people so they don't have conversations with each other. We got to divide them so they don't have conversations. Sticks, what's up, family? Sticks Schofield, what's the word? Sticks Schofield, why does that name sound familiar? Are you a drummer? Are you a drummer from Vegas? Do I know you? Sticks? I don't know if that's the Sticks I know in Vegas. Michael said, yes, sir. Black people, know that there will not be real change until you stand up for the injustices and start speaking on it first. Start speaking on it first. We want justice, but we're not talking. We want justice, but we're not speaking. We want justice, but we're afraid to just get online and say what Stone is saying. Why? Why did this happen to this young black man? Why did they hang this young black man on the campus, on that campus in Mississippi, and nobody saw anything? As many people go back and forth on an active campus, a college, that people are staying in dorms and people walk at all hours of night, and nobody saw this black man get hung. Machiavelli said, hello, Paxton. I would like to say thank you for everything you do. You are like the sun. Good day, bad day. You always shine to brighten our days. Even when you don't feel like it, you always pull through for us. Machiavelli 9-6. Do I know you? Thank you, family. I appreciate that. Do I know you, family? Is this somebody I know? Because I know a few guys that be trying to go by Machiavelli. I appreciate that, Machiavelli. Or are you just trying to get on my channel to get people to go view your channel? Is that what you're doing? Because this is the first time you come in my channel. I appreciate you. But are you somebody I know? I'm assuming you are. From the bottom of my heart, no, sir, I never type in chat, but I wanted to show my appreciation for you. Thank you. Are you the artist that I did the Freedom song on? Because I know couple cats that call themselves Machiavelli. One comes in my studio right now. Two is one that I did this song on called Freedom, which title I used called Machiavelli. Is that you? Okay, got you. Well, I appreciate you coming to my channel. I do. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I really do, because trust me, there's days that I don't even want to get on here. Did you Google the article in Clarion Ledger? No, I did not. Why? I have the article right here in front of me. I got it right here in front of me. Listen, this is all I'm saying. Black people, if y'all want to make real change and you're tired of this shit, and you'll start speaking up like me. It's times I don't want to get on here and talk about shit, right? Do right by Jesus said, been there and done it, Stone, but every time something had happened, it becomes a we problem. Then it is right back to that hateful nature that some blacks embody. They can miss me, Stone. Do right by Jesus, I feel you. But I'm going off of the name Do Right by Jesus, Scorpion. I know that you believe in Yahshua. So with that said, Local Tina, I don't know what the laughing is about, and I don't see what's funny. So if you don't speak your piece or what you're trying to say, I'm going to block you. I'm just letting you know. Like, I know you don't know me, but we ain't up in this channel with no trolling shit, okay? So if you're going to be a troll, you're going to be blocked. Do right by Jesus. It's still our responsibility to speak to our people. Even if they don't listen, it's our responsibility. No, I'm just going to block you. How about that? Goodbye. You see, when you have the trolls that come in, that intentionally coming in to disrupt, you just get rid of their asses. And if they come back again, you get rid of them again. And if they come back again, and eventually they'll get tired of getting rid of. There it is. Loca, Tina. Sergeant Charles said, nothing funny. Move on. Exactly. She think that shit funny? Are you trying to say it's funny that a black man was unalive? Let them start unaliving your people. I bet you your ass will be mad. But I will say, most communities are going to do some shit about that. They're at least going to speak on it. We as black people, I don't care how tired black people get of me saying we need to work together, I will continue to do it. Michael says, Stone, I would like to say mahalo. Thank you for letting me be a part of your channel. I finally found a channel that's not full of it. Got to go, my little whiny little woman wants mango. Hey, tell the family and your wife we said hello, brother. Love you and have an awesome day, okay? Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you. Tyson said yes. Tyson, what are we talking about, Tyson? Expand a little bit more on that. Black people, if we really want to make a difference, I'm just saying, we can make a difference in this lifetime if all we got to do is share the knowledge. All we got to do is share it. If you got a platform, literally every black content creator should at least cover this story one time. especially the messy ones. The messy content creators should be like, okay, I'm messy all the time, but let me just cover this one time. Let me cover one freaking strong point in the black community one time a month. Then I can go back to being messy. Jay, you just gonna be blocked, Jay. I don't even know why you're wasting your time on my channel. You just got blocked. So it don't even matter, Jay. Jay, you just got blocked. It don't matter. You come back 100 times, you're gonna be blocked 100 times. Hey, Tyson, thank you, family. Hey, we get these little trolls up in there, man, but we ain't worried about it. Listen, I am trying to tell you something. To my Scorpio that's on here, she said she's tried. We can't give up on our people. The Beirut said Jay and sucks, fam. You saying Jay sucks? The Beirut? We cannot give up on our people. Everybody else is giving up on us. Only thing they don't give up on us is they take our music. They don't give up on that, but they've given up on us. We can't give up on our people. The Beirut said Jay is suck. I know, right? Why? Hey, the Beirut is like, why even come in my channel on the bullshit? Like, dude, go to a channel that's doing the kind of shit you like. Don't come to the channel with the smart folks in the comment section and be dumb. This channel's for smart people. People that can't read, you can read the captions that YouTube leaves. I'm okay with that. But people that come in with the dumb shit, this channel's for smart people. And this channel's for people that want to learn how to be smarter by using their brain. Because all my people on here are smart people, period. And all I'm saying is, if you're getting tired of black people, if you're getting tired of hearing your own people speak to you, then we got a real problem. Because you don't want to hear a Mexican person speak for black people. This is what y'all be saying. How they gonna speak on our people and they ain't even black? But then when black people speak, you don't want to listen. You say that we don't like our people or we're talking down on our people. You see what I'm saying? Oh, Rue, that's you? Rue, what's up? Aru, that's my boy Aru. What's up, family? Yeah, Rue J, a straight up sucker. Period. Somebody commented, he right, you block, then talk. Huh? Heina, what you said? What you talking about, Heina? Heina, please expand on what you're saying, because I didn't really get what you meant. Can you expand on that? Black people, listen. Y'all don't want to hear nobody else talk about black issues. The Bay say, keep spitting that knowledge. Hey, Aru, thank you, family. I appreciate you, brother. That's one of my Bay Area brothers right there. That's a solid cat. 100% solid. They don't get no solider than that. He's one of the cats that's just solid, like other cats on it is solid. But it's just good to have solid ones on here. But let me say this to my black folks. I've seen black people on TikTok get upset when Mexican people talk about black issues, when white people talk about black issues, when Asian people talk about black issues. The only time we like other people talking about black issues is if they're praising us. But when people talk about black issues to tell us what we need to correct, y'all get mad. So then your own people start to talk about it and you get upset. Sergeant Charge said, what time of the day the man was found at the university? They found him at night, looks like. Hold on, Sergeant Charge. Yeah, it looks like he was found at night, Sergeant Charge, or maybe early in the morning. Yeah, something like that. He was found at 7:05 a.m. Sergeant charge, 7:05 a.m. Now imagine that. Now somebody walked past that tree at 6:05, 5:05 and saw him. Kahana said, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Kahana, I'm going to read what Kahana said again. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Thank you for that, Kahana. 633 Matt said, totally agree, JCRBE. What did JCRBE say? Jesus is the only hope for dying world. Forgive all our enemies. Jesus is returning. I agree with that. But right now, Jesus hasn't returned. And he left us here to solve these problems until he returns. So that's what we're doing. Let's solve these problems in our community by talking about it and creating awareness so that we can put attention on it. Jesus, Yahshua, gave us the knowledge and wisdom to speak to each other. Yahshua gave us the knowledge to speak to each other. But God say, well, until Jesus show up, we got other problems. Exactly. And that's what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling the JCRBE and the Matt 633 Matt said. Until Jesus show up. That's what the slave masters try to make, black folks believe too. Y'all got Jesus. Y'all going to see Jesus in the next life. You're going to be free. They had no hope in the current life as a slave. Jesus gave us the knowledge. Yahshua gave us the knowledge right now to go and to do what we have to do to make sure that our people get justice. Kahana said courage is contagious. Exactly. So try some of it. Try on a little bit of courage because it is contagious, you guys. Put on that suit of courage. Just try it on for a little bit because it is contagious. Why not stand for something or you will fall for everything? And trust me, that goes for relationship and life. It's either stand for something or you fall for everything coming your way. And if that's the way you like to live, then by all means, enjoy. By all means, enjoy. By all means, enjoy. But black people, you cannot afford to live this way. You cannot afford to continuously live like this. Buckeye saying responsibility is the own kind of drug. Is its own kind of drug. Buckeye said responsibility is its own kind of drug. It is. People don't want to be responsible. They're taking the drug of irresponsibility. They're taking high doses of irresponsibility to be responsible for their communities and the information being spread around in their community. Whether people are knowing about it. There's somebody right now that don't even know about this young black man that got hung. Every black person in the U.S. should know about this. Every black person in the world should know. But if content creators don't get on like me and share the information, it's just going to get swept under the rug as another black man that hung himself. Sergeant Charge said, I would hope someone saw this crime and reported it instantly. Really don't see all white people acting like this. I don't either, Sarge, but guess what? Durga Prasad said North Carolina train incidents. Exactly. I don't see all white people like doing this either, but I see all white people going with it. I don't see all white people agreeing with it. I can honestly say I got white friends that don't agree with it, but they're not speaking up. So it's pretty much like you kind of agree with it because you're not even speaking up on the issue. What's the difference in not going with it and not speaking and not believing it? Like, I don't believe in that. But when people talk about it, you're silent. What do you call that? What do you guys call it when a person sees something, but they don't speak on it, but they know it and they don't agree with it, but they choose just not to speak on it? What do you call it? Give me the name of that. Can you give me an analogy of what that means and what that is called? Because to me, it's called, I don't want to fucking be involved. Dana Hugo Warhart said, how do you feel about Charlie Kirk? Is this equality? Do you agree nobody should be getting? Well, I'm just going to say this on that issue. I spoke about that on another video. I don't agree with nobody getting a life. But today, we ain't talking about Charlie Kirk. Today we talking about this black man that they hung. And black people, they get hung all the time. We ain't talking about nobody trying to divide the country. Nobody deserves to be unalive. I don't care who they are. I will never agree with that shit. Nobody deserves to be unalive. I don't care what color they are. Nobody. But we also need to talk about these black men being unalived and found mysteriously hanging. And then the narrative is they did it to themselves. Oh, there's not been no foul play found. They did it to themselves. This fucking shit is getting old. But I say, I call it the majority rules mentality. If my neighborhood thinks that way, I think the way they think the way I'm kind of thinking. Durga Prasad said, let's talk about the North Carolina train incident. I'll do that on another live, Durga. I'll do it on another live. Don't worry, I got you, Durga. The North Carolina train incident. I'll make sure I do that. I will say again, to all of my black folks on this live that are passing through, to all of my white folks, hating on black people is not going to get you closer to heaven. Let me reiterate that. Being racist and hating on black people is not going to get you a key to heaven. Let me reiterate that. Dante Hugo said, I was just curious in comparing the two, because too many people are okay with one group being killed, but not another. It's wild out there, man, and I hope they catch whoever hung that man. Listen, Dante, I'm a little bit different than most people. I'm a very fair person. I didn't like what I saw happen to that young man on national TV. Not cool. Nothing about it was cool. But I also don't agree with the unaliving of black men as well. And all the black men that have never got justice across this country, back from 500 years ago all the way up to now. I speak for all of those spirits that are never at rest. That's what I'm speaking for. I have to. But I love all men. Nobody deserves to be unalive. Trenton Carrie said, what gets you to heaven? I don't know. You tell me, Trenton. You're the one that's posing the question. Obviously, you have the answer. You got to be a white person, because only white people would answer a fucking corny-ass question like that. Being racist to black people is not going to get you to heaven. I know it's hard for you to hear that, Trenton. But I'm going to say again, Trenton, being racist is not going to get you into heaven, motherfucker. The same Yahshua that we all serve, you got to serve, and the racists have to serve. And they do serve, and they say they believe in it, but they hide behind religious organizations and call it racism. That ain't going to get you into heaven. Oh, that's a fact. Anonymous Leak says, don't be violent, don't say a word aloud, but in silence we can make it go both ways and make everyone realize without each other America does not work. Anonymous, I agree with that. Anonymous Leak, I like that. I truly believe in that. But when you got one side of that coin that believe America only works for them, then we got a problem, Houston. And they're the only reason why it's going to work. Once again, Houston, we have a problem. Trenton said, what gets you to heaven since you know how to get there? Trenton, I just know if you a racist, you ain't going to heaven. I promise you that motherfucking much. And anybody on my live will tell you that. And if you know the Bible, Trenton, you know damn well that you ain't going to get in heaven being a racist. You know that. So don't ask me a stupid question that you know the answer to. And you want to be a dummy on my channel and challenge me to such a stupid question that you already know the stupid answer to it. Okay? Enough said. Now stay the fuck out my channel with the bullshit or stay here and learn. It's up to you. I'll block you. It don't matter to me. My moderators will do the favor if you keep going with bullshit. You know the answer to your question. So sit and soothe and based in that shit. Soothe and based in your answer because you know the answer to the question. Yeah, gaslighting 100%. Motherfucker, you got the wrong one. I'm very sharp. I know metaphors. You ain't dealing with a normal ninja. You're probably thinking you dealing with one of them ninjas that sag his pants and be out in the streets doing crazy. So let me explain to you. I'm not one of those ninjas. I'm one of them ninjas that know what's up. And all of my people on this channel, they're the ones that know what's up too. We know what's up. We know exactly what's happening. We know exactly what's going on at all times. We ain't sagging our pants and just not knowing what the fuck is going on. Oh, we know, Trenton. So yes, if you're a racist, you ain't getting into heaven. Don't buy that fucking. Jesus wasn't racist. Yahshua wasn't racist. Get out of here with that bullshit. This motherfucker corny and super mental. Hey, Star, I'm just saying, Star, you feel what I'm saying, Star? Listen, they come in here. Todd say, that's right. God will not tolerate racism when you stand before him. Thank you, Todd. Thank you for confirming right under his comment, under Trenton's comment. Thank you, Todd. Thank you for us having common sense folks come in here and correct the uncommon sense motherfuckers. Todd, thank you. Al Deezy say that part. Kahana say, ignorance allied with power is the most furious enemy justice can have. And that's what we are seeing, modern day. Durga Prasad said, they are all fascists, brother. Yes, they are. Durga, yes, they are. Star said, I know, Stone, laugh not loud. Trent say, accusing but not answering. Trent, you answered your own question. Now, if you're going to debate, once again, there is nothing to debate. Trenton, you're a white guy, so all you guys feel like you're Christians, right? We all feel like we're Christians, black, white, indifference. So if you know the Bible, Trent, my mom was evangelist. I grew up in church. Or I know the Bible, Trenton, which is a white guy's name. Ain't no black man being called Trenton. If you do, change your name. Now, Trenton, I'm going to say this to you. You know the Bible, obviously. I know you believe in God because all white racist people think that religion is somehow attached to racism, and they hide behind the bigotry of religion to say they're racist. I am a religious organization, but I'm racist. You can't have those two. So you know the answer to your own question, but you want to troll on here and think I'm going to play your game with you. It's not going to happen, Trenton. I suggest you get off of here and go read your Bible and show me where God says being a racist white man will get you into heaven. Then we'll have a conversation. Other than that, get the fuck out of here. Star said, Trenton, okay, I'm asking you, what's the answer? He ain't going to answer because he might, mentally wise, don't even really know. He might not know. These are the people that are mental, that come into people's lives on their mental shit. Damaged Kisses says, Stone has spoken about this, inflation. Inflation, be a subscriber. Don't be an assumer. Don't come in here and assume and you never watch my channel. I understand now why the content creator Kevin Samuels used to say to women when they would take his stuff and twist it, he would say, do you watch my channel? He'll say, I've never said this and that. That's how I know you don't watch my content. People that come in here and make comments about me, I know you don't watch my content. Because if you know I'm a fair person. And you know that I say fair shit. And I'm not a racist person, but I speak on issues that happen to be racist to bring attention to the injustice of the shit. And why are we having these subjects about why are we hating on black people so bad? It's because we need to bring that attention to the world who thinks that black people are not going through this. And the white people that think, oh, black people, get over it. You guys are free now. Y'all made yourselves believe we don't go through shit. Y'all made yourselves believe because we're free that we're still not dealing with the injustices. Durga Prasad said, I'm a brown man, but I love my black brothers and sisters. Durga, thank you. We love you too. Sergeant Charge says, Stone, you're very fair. Bluegrass Jimin said, Paxton, are you a liberal? No, I wouldn't call myself a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I would be more of a conservative, you know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But I just believe in fairness, man. You're not going to hear me speaking on, you're not going to hear me bashing a person without a reason. Like, I'm not going to bash a black person If he does some wrong shit, I'm bashing black people. I'm coming here. Listen, I get flack from black people when I come here talking about the shit that black people do wrong. So I'm a just person. I am just. That's what I am. Not liberal, not Republican, I am just. I'm a just person. I'm fair with life. I want people to be treated the way I would like to be treated. I want to treat people the way that I would treat you. That's my take on everything. That's my move. That's where I stand. Connor said, blood is red. We all bleed the same color. Star said, that's why I like you, Stone. Inflation said, yes, really, it is a question. We're not asking questions. Yeah, my thing is, how do we have a conversation why a black person doesn't like a white person? How can we have a conversation why a white person doesn't like a... That's where I stand. How can we have a conversation why Hispanics like a Mexican don't like a Cuban? Why a Cuban don't like a Mexican? Why Mexicans don't like blacks? That's where I stand. Like, how can we talk about this shit, right? And when there's wrong things, we need to address it and have an adult conversation to get to why we feel that way. We can't just say, I can't say I just don't like a person when I'm not giving a legitimate reason not to like, because black people talk loud, because black women are loud, because black men, steal and have sex with women and leave them with babies. We can't just say we don't like black people because of that. Like, those are some of the reasons. We can't just say, all black people loud, black people be pow people. We can't just say we don't like people. We can say we dislike what they do. But we can't say we just don't like a person because of the race. That's where I stand. To make sense of all this, to have a conversation so that two people can come here and talk. And they say, I don't like you. They say, I don't like you either. And then we say, well, why don't y'all like each other? Why don't y'all like each other? What's the reason? Let's get down to the bottom of it. That's what I'm here. I'm not a liberal. I'm not none of that shit. Inflation says stop forcing people to be around each other. Inflation, once again, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to talk to you first, and then I'm going to block you. And the reason why I'm going to do that is you've not listened to nothing I said. I've not said I force people to be around each other. Y'all see how the ignorance they operate from? Now, this person's sitting here saying I'm forcing people to be around each other. I not once said black people be around these people, white people be around these. I never said that. I said, why do you not like each other? That has nothing to do with being around each other. I said, why do you not like black people? This idiot in my comment section is saying that I said, oh, you can't force people to be. I never said that. That's y'all problem. You guys think black people don't care if y'all don't want to be around them. They don't care. Brown people don't care. What we do care about is why y'all have so much hatred for no reason. That's the question of the day. Inflation says they don't have to answer that. Just like we don't have to listen to you say this whack ass shit you saying on my live. Goodbye. Forever. You see how they don't want to have the conversation? See, they want to control the narrative for them. He just said they don't have to answer that. So you think we got to answer your shit too? You think you have the right to say black people go back to Africa, Mexican people go back to Mexico, and then we all don't have a statement to that? You think you have the right to say that? Just like you say, y'all white folks don't have the right to answer that. They don't have to answer that. Do you think you have the right to tell people to go back to their countries? Within that same breath of you saying that they don't have to answer, you speaking for all white people. Fuck you, inflation. Fuck you. Because you don't speak for all white people. Trust me when I say that. Because my white friends don't feel like you feel. That's how you feel, you racist ass son of a bitch. You can say Mexicans go back, black people go back, but then you, with the same breath, you want to say they don't have to answer why they're racist. That shows my point. Y'all just want to be that way because you just want to be. Herd mentality. One white person racist, you expect most of them are going to be because it's a herd mentality. And you expect them to. And y'all put the pressure on the ones that are not. And then you say things like this. We don't have to tell you why we're racist. We don't have to answer that. That's bullshit. Star said they gaslighting, wanting attention. Shake my head. This is why we can't engage with people on the mindset. Derek said inflation isn't illiterate. Olin Jr. said true. William Johnson said, salute, room. I heard about this story. Pissed the cops not doing their job. Brother, chill. This is bullshit. Damaged Kisses said, inflation's girlfriend must be inflated. Mystique said, inflation must be an ass because they assume. Y'all see, Stone tries to create an environment to have a real conversation. Some come in here and they talk. Some that are not black come in here and we have pretty cool conversations. Like my man asking me if I'm a liberal. And I said, I'm none of that. I don't follow none of that shit. I'm just a fair person. He was cool. But then inflation comes in and tells me that white people don't have to answer the question why they're racist. So why do you want to be racist if you don't want to answer the question? I actually respect a racist person that can tell me why they're racist, because now it makes sense to me why you're racist. Even though if I don't agree with it, at least you gave me an answer. And it might be the wackest, corniest, and unreasonable answer, but at least you're standing behind why you're racist. I got a problem with racist folks that can't stand up and tell the real and be real about why they're racist. I have no respect for you. I do have respect for the ones that can say it, because at least they can be honest and then they can tell you why. This is why I'm racist. Now, the one guy told me it's because of immigration. I said, well, that's not a reason to be racist. We're not immigrants. And that was his reason. See, what you got to understand about white people, they're going to just find any reason to, a lot of them, not all of them. Some white people will find, the ones that are racist will find a reason to stand behind it, but I will promise you it will never make no sense. It ain't never gonna make sense. If a midget sweeps you off your feet and you hit your head, are you racist against all midgets? Are you only racist against that one midget every time you see him? Now, that's the midget that swept me off my feet, man. I don't like him. Or you said every midget, you say, all midgets, I don't like none of y'all. All little people, I don't like y'all. Are you going to be upset and say that? Or are you going to say that one little person I don't like because they swept me off my feet? When you start to categorize all people in the same category because of whatever you went through, that's where the problem is. You don't like all black people because of an experience with one black person. That's the reason you're racist. You need to recheck the reasons why you're racist. Now, I actually respect a motherfucker that can say, I'm just racist because I just don't want to be around black people, and I can give a fuck about black people. I don't give a damn about black people. I want an all-white world. I don't want to live next to them. I don't want my girls dating none of them niggers. I don't want none of that. I want an all-white world. I don't need no ninjas around me. He's standing 10 toes down. All you can do is go, I don't know where that hatred come from, but bruh, you know what? You got it. I respect that you spewing your poison. But at the end of life, I promise you, every racist person, I've met racist people that were in their 70s and 80s. They were trying to apologize to me for shit that they've done. And it's the weirdest shit. I've had it happen to me 2 times. End up in a conversation with an older white person and they start telling me stuff about their history and feeling bad about some of the shit they did to black people. And the conversation turns to them apologizing to me when I'm in shock. Like, whoa, I can't believe he just told me that shit. So understand, the same God, Yahshua, you say you believe in, that black people believe in, when you get older, you're going to revisit all that hatred. And I promise you, each and every one of you will go, damn, why was I like that? But sometimes you might not do it until you're on your dying bed. That's just a fact. Mike and Fred, whatever you said, it didn't come through because my moderators blocked the bullshit. So there you go, Mike and Fred, whatever you said, it didn't come through. How about that, Mike and Fred? We didn't see it. Tubula say, you always do. Tubula Khan, I always do what, Tubula Khan? Nappisburg say, crazy thing, half of creative things come from others. Nafis, you're right. Woodstock said, you mean racist against black? Be specific. Anyone can be racist against anyone. Woodstock, you must be new and you must have just came into my channel. I don't know. I just don't get it why y'all don't do the playback instead of asking me. I'm not going to keep going back. Look at the topic of what's on my page, and you'll see what I'm talking about, what the conversation was about. The black man that was hung, and I'm talking about racist people, right? Anybody can be racist, but we ain't just talking about anybody. We're talking about the racism in America and how it is disguised and how it's a new movement. Now, if you don't understand that, which I'm sure you are, Woodstock, because with the name Woodstock, I know that you're white. And it's okay, because my white brothers come in here and they be speaking some real shit. And I appreciate that, because this is how we're going to have a conversation with understanding. Is if we can have a conversation to understand each other, then I respect a man saying that he's racist and he don't like black people. All I can do is say, all right, my man, and step away, because he has to deal with that at the end of his life, not me. He has to deal with that hatred inside of him for no reason. I have more respect for a person saying, I'm not racist, but I just don't want to live with these kind of people or live around them. I actually respect that. I'm like, you can't force people to want to live around people they don't want to live around. I respect that. But when a person said, I just don't like you, motherfucker, because you dark, and you just, yo people, I got a problem with that one. Because that it's like, okay, not I can understand you don't want to be around a certain people, but what did I do to you for you not to like me, though? You got to be descriptive. Barbara said these people are just coming in and don't know what we're talking. Yeah, they need to watch the replay. Hood Encyclopedia say there have been 2 humans within the last week. They have been lightly recorded too. Hood Encyclopedia, can you expand on that, family? He says there have been 2 humans within the last week. They have been lightly recorded too. You're talking about 2 people that's been unalived and somebody recorded it? Is that what you're saying, Hood Encyclopedia? If you can expand on that, brother, I really appreciate it. Please. If you don't mind. CC said, hi, Steve. We can't use the S word in the chat. S word? What do he say, CC? Steve, welcome in, Steve. Durga Prasad said, all humans trace their origins to Africa, where black people are the first keepers of our shared story. From the foundations came civilization, cultures, and wisdom that continue to shape the world. Travis from Tularosa said, the UK is cooked as well. It's not great. Travers, I know some people been telling me, bro, they say it's been spilling over in the UK. Now, I got to go. I'm supposed to go to the UK to perform before this year is over, but they've been telling me, my UK friends have been telling me it's spilling over. And then earlier we had somebody on here from the UK that said the same thing. Steve says, so you want to prevent my freedom of speech is what you're telling me. I want you guys to pay attention to Steve. Because Steve, you're sitting in the back of the class. I suggest you move up front. People always spew things out of your mouth that I never said. I want y'all to pay attention to what Steve has said. Everyone. Steve says, so you want to prevent my freedom of speech is what you're telling me. Steve. Comprehension is a motherfucker, ain't it? I'm not even going to answer that question, Steve. I'm not even going to answer that question because it's an ignorant statement to make when clearly I've never said that. Yeah, Steve, move from the back of the class up to the front seat because your ass falling asleep in the back. You ain't paying attention. Steve, read what Woodstock said. Steve, Woodstock said, YouTube prevents your freedom, Stone. That shit ain't got nothing to do with Stone. Steve, why are you including me in suppressing your freedom of speech? Dude, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Steve, come on, stop that, man. Clearly, I'm here to let people speak their piece, but YouTube is not going to allow certain words. I suggest you get the phone number or email YouTube and ask them, why are they suppressing your freedom of speech? It's not me, sir. Come on, you're smarter than that, Steve. Wake up. Y'all give Steve a soda or something. Let him energize himself. Wake him up. Steve said it wasn't you, it was CC, and I'm here to learn. No, it's YouTube. Steve, it's YouTube. It's not CC. YouTube will block certain words. There's like caps, like you can't do the caps, and they'll block certain words. It's not us, Steve. You just have to find another way to say what you have to say. Star say, yeah, I'm being sarcastic, laughing out loud. He's not here. True Seeker say, when did you say that, Stone? I never even said it. Al Deasy say, short bus pulling up. Y'all go on in and let Steve off that bus, y'all. Can y'all go over and help Steve off the short? Steve, we love you, Steve, but we're going to come help you off the short bus, Steve. Napi said, yet he is blaming you for someone else's actions. This is white America. They blame black people for everything. Not all y'all white folks, because I got good white friends now. They get it. Some of y'all white folks, when shit go bad, you want to blame a group of people. It's usually black people that get the blame. As in today, I got blamed. Steve said, I didn't know that. I've learned. Yes, brother Steve, YouTube be on whatever they be on. None of us can control it, Steve. I'm sorry. Yeah, they just be on their own shit. YouTube has their own thing, and I got to respect it as a content creator. There's really nothing I can do about it. But some people know how to, like, comment in a way to where we can understand what they're saying without using certain words that are going to get flagged. In Hawaii, living in P. P, you in Hawaii? You in Hawaii, P? Listen, I love you guys, man. To all of the folks on my channel that are not of my average people. And what I mean by not average, not the regular people that come on my channel. I appreciate all of you today that are new subscribers. All the ones that have come on my channel, man. All my Caucasian folks that have come in here and really showed me real love by having a conversation, not taking it personal. Just having a great conversation and sharing your thoughts and your opinions. I respect you. I respect everyone's opinions on here that don't come in here with the racist shit, but just come in here with facts and come in here with conversation and listen and talk to the other people and adjourn in a place where we can have productive conversation. I appreciate you. Peace and love. I'm going to let you off here because I've held you long enough today. But I will say again, thank you for taking the time. And once again, thank you for coming into Stone Paxton Music and Life Vlog. I love you guys. Catch you tomorrow. And I'm out.